of all of this puzzle.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Torpid Gaming Network. My name is Zepp, and I am going to be your host, your DM, and your North Star. I'm bright tonight.
Just call me Polaris.
And today we're playing Dungeons & Dragons as we do every Tuesday. And we are in episode 2 of Trouble at Hackberry Station. And before we go any further, I want to give a couple shout-outs. Venus Soleil for the follow. Homegrown Doofus for the follow. Zorark 1089 for the follow. We Fought Androids for the follow. Winterwolf RL for the follow. And King of Bestie for resubbing via Tier 1. Thank you so much. And what a week it's been, honestly.
What a long, strange trip it's been.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. But we want to thank everyone for being here. And before we go forward, I think Nestor, he almost got out of it today, but he showed up just in time to say a few words.
As always, we want to remind you guys that if you have Amazon Prime, you can link it to your Twitch Prime account and get a free subscription every month to your favorite streamer. Maybe that's us, maybe it's not. But if you do choose to sub to us, you get a limited ad viewing experience, a set of custom rotating emotes that we do every month on our own, a subs-only Discord layer, and other stuff that I can't really think of right now. But I'll get there.
We should fix that.
Oh, obviously access to our subs only Saturday, which happens every Saturday, where the subs get to choose the games that we play. Either you can choose a game that you watch us play, or you can choose to play the games with us. But yeah, fuck it. We're fucking. Twitch Prime is fucking cool, man, and you should just link it.
Hit subscribe.
Yeah. No, but really, it's no cost to you besides the cost of your Amazon Prime subscription. So consider doing it anyway and subscribing to your favorite Twitch streamer, because it supports them directly and allows them to do cool things. Like for us, streams like this.
Yeah, and I'm here today, as always, with my superstar cast. Why don't you guys go around, starting this way.
All right.
And introduce yourself and a little bit about your character.
And I was totally ready for this. He says, frantically hitting the buttons.
Yeah, I was
Get
like,
there. All right. I'm Bishop, and tonight I will be playing Max Sternwood, a wood elf assassin, a mysterious character whose name is spoken only in hushed whispers. Nobody has seen what he looks like, except last week, and survived. Recently, after the suspicious murder... Shut up. Recently, after the suspicious murder of his sister, he's been limelighting as a confidential informant. Today, he joins our little group quite reluctantly, as he would much rather hide in the shadows. He's been given a secret additional task, and since nobody has ever seen him, it is impossible to be clear that he is who he says he is.
So what do we see when we see you?
You just aren't sure that I'm actually Max Sternwood. I could just be a dude who says he's that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
A dude that maybe Max Sternwood pays to be there.
No, that was the same.
That was
the same
for
background.
word.
Yeah,
because I saved it in my
Oh
profile.
my god, last week I'm gonna hit him over the head with a crowbar. I'm like, why?
because he's a police officer.
My name is Pylos, aka King Pylos, aka Nestor, and I am playing Laniver, a hard-nosed detective who is a former rogue, who belonged to a former rogue guild, which is why he abandoned his last name. He is a man of faith, but not everything he does. Now he's a man of faith, but not everything he does is dictated by his faith. He joined the force to help all, even those who may not deserve help. That's what matters.
Is he still talking in third person?
Yes.
Yeah, the part that I didn't mention is that he speaks out loud exclusively in the first person noir narrative.
Beautiful.
So
Is that what second person is?
Oh.
is it second person?
First person would be I. Second person would be like he. Like
No, that's
using
third
pronouns.
person.
No, because first person narrative. Because what I say is
Oh, second person would be you.
yeah.
Hmm.
I'd never seen legs quite like hers before.
That's first person narrative.
Yeah, that's
right?
first person narrative. Yeah, first person noir narrative.
Okay,
Yeah.
that one.
Today.
I'm glad we had that talk.
Today on grammar.
In Laniver's grammar corner.
Corner.
Table. I am Delyn. I'll be playing Sisrana. I can't say my own character's name. Who is a half-elf monk who grew up in a monastery in the countryside and was sent to the city to infiltrate it from the inside because the monastery was not happy with the city life. I really don't remember this because this was a week ago. But has adapted to city life and now prefers it much more than the monastery monk life, and has been working as a lone detective for the past 10 years ever since.
Logic checks out.
And I'm Mark. I'm going to be playing Romulus the Radiant, a tiefling paladin. He came across this city before he took his oath as a paladin, and he took the oath of the ancients to protect the light, and he serves his community as a member of the police force, encouraging the light that is teamwork and cooperation, and has sworn to protect those around him and any in need.
Wow. What a wholesome character. And so last week, if this were Twisted Mithril, we would have a really cool previously on sequence right now.
Did you just call me out?
No!
That's what that felt like.
No!
It was a compliment for work done in the past, but this is a one-off series.
Yeah, I'm saying...
But your compliments look a lot like side-eye.
Yeah! You're
My face is just stuck like that, okay?
You're giving me a lot of mean side-eye, and I was like, oh my god, was I supposed to do that?
No.
Okay.
Of course not. I would never ask that of you. I mean, but you could offer. I'm kidding. But anyways, last week our heroes went down into the depths below the Chesterfield estate in search of 2 young boys. The good news, there is good news. They found one of them alive and whole. The other good news is you found the other one. But you kind of turned him to stone.
We did not turn him to stone.
He was already to stone.
We found him that way.
Do not blame us for this.
We were unable to turn him back as far as we know.
We wrapped him in a blanket burrito, hopefully.
Bunch of bedrolls soaked in
Yeah.
yellow goo that smells like vinegar.
Yep, some vinegary yellow goo, and you guys have emerged from the pit whence you came and have deposited these boys back with Mrs. Carolina Chesterfield. And as we come back, you guys are out of the hole. You've just given the boys back, and she is handing off Adam. Adam is the one who is still alive. So Adam is walking back with a guard who is carrying Matthew, who is still encased in the blankets soaked in yellow goop, and she looks at you guys and says, I just don't know how to thank you guys. This was so nice of you to do this. You guys really didn't have to. We're just gonna keep Matthew under wraps for a couple days and see if he gets any better.
I don't know why that was funny.
Because we wrapped him up.
Because it was a joke.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be funny.
Your face looked like, why are you like that? It's just like,
No, and she says, "Look, how can I ever repay you guys?"
Does anyone remember what we really needed to get other than the 2 boys?
there were 3 snake people running around.
A couple sneak peeks.
I thought there was another objective.
We showed up.
I thought the
She was
boys were a
grieving.
means to an end.
No. They were our end goal last week.
It was in that moment it occurred to me, I wish I had taken notes.
Do you know where the other 2 snake people went?
Well, I mean, all I know about is the Miss Valentine, and she just stormed out of here like I heard that you guys found her though. That's kind of all I know.
Other follow-up question. You mentioned you had sent guards down into the area after the boys. We didn't come across any guards. How many guards did you send in?
Sent 2.
Okay, those may have been the snakes out of the hooded cloak guy's pockets, but we can't be entirely certain.
Yeah, there were snakes out of a hooded cloak guy.
Your cards are probably dead.
It's been a very interesting excursion. Your boys are safe. Boy is safe, and we hope that Matthew will soon recover. We've done everything we can, and I will personally follow up to see how his recovery goes. If my paladin healing can be of any service, I will happily lend it.
Oh, Romulus, that really warms my heart. I'd really appreciate it. You just maybe stop by next week. That'd be great. And maybe you can see if you can help him out on his path to healing.
I would be more than happy to.
She's giving me the eye.
Did you happen to see which direction Miss
Valentine
Was the one that.
Valentine's the one that we killed in the very beginning. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
She's the one who turned to a snake inside the.
Can you tell us anything about the dungeon that was down there and the lab? Know anything about that?
Oh yeah.
Well, so this place was a prison in the old war. I think you guys knew that, but so we don't go down there. So I don't know. I can't really tell you too much. If there was a lab, then it's something that someone set up. I mean, we obviously. Do I look like I can set up a lab?
You look like a very smart lady. So.
Thank you so much.
One last question. Do you have any potions or weapons that'll help us on our journey to catch these other two snake people? Snake persons?
She says,
For
"Well,
the potion of
Snake.
detecting snake people."
it's my special blend." She looks at you and says, "Well, I mean, it's the least I could do, right? You guys, risked life and limb to save my boys." Dylan, roll a d20 and let's figure out what you get.
3.
She
gives you a pat on the back.
she gives you an attaboy. No. We're nice here. She
gives you a hug.
Entirely blank Warren.
She turns to one of the two guards that's left and says, "Thornton, would you mind going back to the apothecary and grabbing a couple healing potions for these fine law enforcement officials?" And Thornton just gives her a salute, starts cruising back to the castle. And it's at that moment that Deputy Harrington walks back up from the station. And he says, as I try and remember his voice.
He had an accent. He had a Boston accent. I'm not even gonna try.
"Oh, well, you guys."
Perfect. Exactly.
You guys. All right. So is everything wrapped up here?
You transitioned
You
into
found
it.
it.
Yeah, you found it.
Yeah. Is everything all wrapped up here?
Oh, that was another pun.
Not intentionally.
You just can't give me one, can you?
I give them to you all, in fact.
I know.
Yep, everything's handled.
Yeah, we did a great job. Worthy of some kind of commendation or something. Totally.
Yeah, you guys are doing great for your first case. This is real top-notch work.
You didn't know it then, but it wasn't my first case.
Just remember that when OKRs come around.
OKRs?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he looks at you guys and says, well, all right. I mean, I think we probably got a couple more cases back. You guys have been gone for a whole night. You guys ready to keep working or what?
Yeah.
Put us on the case.
How many potions do we get?
And Thornton.
Oh, I thought. Never mind. Sorry.
Thornton cruises back and he tosses 3 just regular healing potions at you.
but there's 4 of us.
Mm-hmm.
Pum, pum.
What you get for rolling a 3?
We could have gotten 20 potions.
You now have to pick.
Takes all 3 potions. I'm just kidding.
It's on my sheet,
You guys sharing a
This is
notebook?
my half.
apparently.
No. I
Takes your
okay.
pencil, draws a line. No, this is my half.
Still there, but it's fine.
All right.
Okay. And you guys head out from the Chesterfield estate back to Hackberry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give the captain a small debrief. Tell him to get some rookies in there to clean up the books and goop.
And so you guys are heading back to Hackberry. And about halfway back, you guys are going through the forest. And about 150 feet ahead, there's a slight bend in the road where it passes between an outcrop of rocks and the tree line. And the party can see a pair of men driving a small flock of sheep, basically right around the bend. And they've got about 3 or 4 sheepdogs with them. And let's roll a perception check, shall we?
Five.
17.
19.
This is how it's
7.
All right, then.
Okay.
The pattern has been set. Let's hope it holds true.
Yeah, keep the streak going.
And Romulos, you see the dog's ears kind of perk up and look, all 4 of them look intently straight around the corner. Like there's something there. But the sheep herders, the farmers, the shepherds, that's the word. The shepherds, they don't notice anything. What do you guys do?
I'll make my way over, and using my Oath of the Ancients, I'm going to go ahead and use Speak with Animals to try and get an idea of what the dogs are so worried about.
You're right there, Bishop?
Why don't I have that?
Why aren't you a paladin?
Just saying.
So yeah, for the next 10 minutes, I can speak with animals, and so I'll just head on over.
Do you make a roll for that, or
It's a shame Lucky could
you just
drink
get it?
I gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration.
Awesome, for 10 minutes?
Yep.
Okay.
I might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favor for me at the GM's discretion.
Gross. Anyways.
Get the peanut butter.
I missed a lot. Bishop's worried face. You saying get the peanut butter.
So I will then talk to the dogs and be like, what is it, boy?
Life's rough. No. I'm trying to think about
I really
what a
wanted
dog
you to
would.
say, who the fuck are you calling boy?
I was just gonna be like, holy shit, you can talk.
And
The name's Frank.
yeah, the dog looks at you and is like, "There's something in the trees. There's something in the trees. I can see something in the trees. There's something in the trees."
I'm gonna look up to the trees and be ready to draw my crossbow.
And I see him perking up.
I was just gonna say, are we seeing him?
Back my crossbow.
Yeah, I mean, what did you guys do when he walked forward? You guys followed him, I assume.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw him walk forward. I don't really move, but then he looked a lot more concerned after apparently talking to that dog. So
You're like,
I'm a
gotta
lot more
see
concerned
this.
too.
I pull out 2 arrows preemptively.
Yeah. You would have also heard me cast the spell because there is verbal components to it.
What did that sound like when you casted that? I'm just curious.
Like a spell. I asked my patron deity for me to gain the ability to speak with animals.
So this
I can
entire
communicate with
time, you could have been talking to the snakes when we were all like, nobody speaks snake.
nature. I didn't want to use the spell slot. That's good damage.
Anyways.
Okay.
Okay. And as you guys kind of get prepared and avoid being surprised here, you see 8 pairs of eyes staring at you from the trees.
He said 8 pairs of eyes.
Just saying.
Oh my god. Okay, and
Eyes, not legs.
and
Then it would be pairs.
and as you guys keep watching, you see 4 wolves and 4 dire wolves come out, 2 and 2 on each side of you as they begin to surround these sheep's, dogs, and farmers. And as this happens, the farmers, who really had no clue what was going on, they pull out wooden clubs, but they are so scared, and they kind of look at you guys, and they're like,
So
so you guys please save my sheep. These wolves have been, I've heard tales of these wolves. These ain't no normal wolves.
Don't worry, we're here to help.
See, I'm not usually one for heroics, but in that moment, I had to help them. I didn't know them. I might never know them. They might have died today. But in this moment, I had to help them.
All right, let's roll initiative.
you continue on. But then when the time came,
I took the initiative.
Oh, God.
20 not natural.
Okay, Mac,
18.
Romulus,
19.
Lanover.
17.
We did
Wow,
17, 18,
you-
19, 20.
Yeah.
All right.
And one of my rolls was a 16, so that's a straight. Let's not
That's
bother that I
that's a
had
large street.
that I rolled for 8 things. But you guys are definitely not first.
It's an 8 sets. 16.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
With the 16,
The
17?
farmers go.
No.
The sheep.
Yeah. Do the sheep get a turn?
As in 8 animals.
Let me rule that sheep. No. So you guys, one of
More fun. Sorry, go ahead.
one of the dire wolves is going to start and run around the flock of sheep with crazy precision, actually, that wolves don't usually exhibit. And that is an 18, and it is going to begin to actually start herding the entire flock of sheep.
How big is this flock of sheep?
This is probably about 40 sheep or so. It's pretty big. Is that big for a flock of sheep? I actually
Yes,
have no fucking
that's
clue.
that's a
A
lot.
herd of sheep?
It's a flock of sheep.
It's a flock?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What did one
that's-
shepherd say to the other? Let's get the flock out of here.
Got him. Yeah. So the first wolf is going to start running circles around the sheep to begin to start herding them into the woods. It's a large flock of sheep, so he's not actually going to be able to do anything yet, but he is starting the process of herding all of these sheep. And then the second dire wolf is going to engage the farmers to basically keep them away, keep them from doing anything to stop the first wolf. And that's a nat 20. What up? give me some love.
Wows in the chat.
Get some wows in there. First nat 20 of the night.
Please.
Keep this train rolling.
And so he is actually, the second wolf is going to basically take one of the clubs just straight off from the farmer. And Romulus, you swear that you hear this wolf say, fucking scum. As he just bats this club out of the farmer's hand. And Sustrana.
I'm going to shoot 2 arrows at the one hurting them.
Okay.
Do that first.
Okay.
I should say I will attempt. 24.
24. That's a hit.
And a 15.
That is also a hit.
First roll damage with those. 11 altogether.
Okay.
And then I will. Am I close to another one?
What is close?
Could I run to it?
Yeah, I think that you could run up to it. You're probably at least 30 feet away from the side of the road.
Well, I'm gonna run to the one next to the farmer, that
Yeah.
knocked down the farmer, and use 1 key point to hit it twice with
Unarmed strike.
Yeah, so that'll be 6 altogether.
You have to roll attack for that, right?
Oh, action.
Yeah, you definitely have to roll attack.
Didn't have to last time.
You did.
Didn't I?
I'm actually not sure.
I didn't.
I
You
think
don't
that
have
she
to.
just gets us a fixed value for unarmed strike is what I think happened last week.
When you use the attack action with an unarmed strike or monk weapon. Wait,
No, I can just use 1
to
key
make 2
point to
unarmed
make 2
strikes as a bonus action.
Oh.
Yeah, to make 2 unarmed strikes. So
you have to
might
roll for the strikes
those.
then.
Yeah.
Did not have to do those. last time.
Well, weird. This is intermediate difficulty today.
We learn something new every day.
/ we're learning how to play this game still.
Hammer, what a group of sheep are called. When to roll dice.
Which dice to roll?
What the appropriate beer
And
is.
if I hit with one of them, it either falls prone or has to. We'll go to that when it comes to it.
Okay.
So much reading.
Which reading? 8.
Nope.
23.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
So that takes 3 damage and. Attack.
Are you beating a defenseless animal?
Yes, I am.
How defenseless is it?
Potential animagus.
Wow. But Romulus probably heard it because he can talk to him.
Okay, I'm gonna push it 15
I'm just saying,
feet,
it's acting a little bit too human.
and it has to be, or has to make a strength saving throw, or it can't take a reaction until my next turn. The end of my next turn.
Strength saving?
Yes.
That is a 11.
Nope. So it gets pushed back 15 feet, and it can't make a or it can't take. Oh wait. Sorry.
You get to pick one.
I know. A lot of words. It can't take a reaction. That means it can still take its turn.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
then I'm just gonna push it back 15 feet.
Okay. Yeah. So you kind of run up there and just like kick this wolf, just like dire wolf, just straight in the chest, and just kick it back, towards the edge of the road.
And it takes 3.
And it takes 3 damage.
A lot of steps.
Romulus.
I'm going to yell out to the wolves, since I can talk to animals right now. If you want your pack to survive, cease this attack now. Any
And-
sort of reaction from the wolves?
Yeah, they kind of all like perk up.
And then they all cackle. They're actually hyenas.
They're all coyotes. They perk up, and one of the dire wolves that hasn't taken an action yet says, "You're not from around here, are you? Stay out of this. This doesn't involve you. These people have killed our kind for years."
We can stop the bloodshed, cease this attack, and we can find a solution.
He says, he looks at you and says,
I'll even put my crossbow away this time.
You want to make a roll?
For persuasion?
Yeah. I mean, like, so basically, like, he's the, if you want to change their attitude, you're going to need to make a roll.
Oh, yeah. And this would be a persuasion?
Yeah.
Big whopping 12.
Yeah, so he he looks at you and says, I've dealt with your kind before, light one. And some of you aren't so light. We'll take our chances. And that same wolf is going to run up and try and bite your knee.
Bring it.
That is a 10 against AC.
That's going to miss.
And Mac.
All right. I need a clarification on bonus actions. Can I use my bonus action to like use stuff out of my equipment?
So you can only use a bonus action if you have an ability or something that says you have a bonus action.
Okay, so
Like-
it says I do, but it specifically says only for dash, disengage, or hide.
Yes.
So I guess I can use it for shit.
I mean,
Okay.
but like you can like go and use something, but
That's
depending
my
on how much consequence it has, I may make that your action.
All right. That seems like a reasonable thing. So I've got a bag of 1,000 ball bearings. I'm going to throw 200 of them at
1, 2, 3, 4.
roughly.
No.
Yeah. the ball bearings are coming back.
So I just to like share, I got this right. We got the big group of sheep. I'm minimizing the size for
Yep.
the sake of argument.
Yep.
And we got, the other side of them is most of the wolves, and a couple are kind of over near us, or
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Is that
There's one that came over to try and take a bite out of Romulus. Sustrana has run up and kicked the big dire wolf out, and the other wolves are still kind of lurking on the sidelines. They haven't taken a
The
turn
one
yet.
Okay.
thing has-
I'm going to go ahead and say this is definitely my action because I'm going to use both hands for this. So I'm going to take a handful each of ball bearings, and I'm trying to like throw it in either side of this like group of sheep to try to like maximize the area around the sheep that now have ball bearings.
Okay, what is your goal for this?
My goal for this is to make it really, really rough for direwolf to run at us now.
Okay, cool.
And I don't care if the sheep fall over. That's just more comedy.
Okay,
Bunch of sheep and wolves just falling over each other.
okay. So
Zep is like, well, the sheep's having an attack now, so they're gonna be real upset about their falling
yeah.
over.
So let's kind of treat this as you're basically prepping an action. So it's like, yeah, you do all this stuff, and the wolves will have to roll a saving throw when they
That seems
come
fair.
across that.
I'll buy it.
Yeah. So you pull out two like giant hands of things of ball bearings, and with superhuman strength,
And a little bit of one is trickery.
kind of
Curve them around.
curve them around the flock. So he's like,
You put a nice spin on it and
Yeah.
throws it.
yeah, it's like he's like a
some
bowling
English on it.
all-star. He's got a nice curve on those balls.
I'm like,
And Lanimer, you're up.
Is a bugbear situation recurrent?
No, it's not. Totally. It's not. It's a different situation for me, actually.
These are wolves. This isn't a bugbear.
No,
I can't
our
understand.
first
Is he
episode, we killed a
translating for
bugbear
us
that
what
was like-
they're saying?
I don't know.
Huh?
Is he?
Are you translating for us what they're saying?
I don't think I would have time to.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No.
I think the fact that he
But-
hasn't literally
But the
spoken
fact,
to us about what the other things have said. Is,
also that I was talking with a wolf and then it ran up and attacked me, probably a big indicator that
No,
it has
no,
not gone.
right.
this went great.
We're fine. It's fine.
He's kissing me with his
everything
teeth.
is fine.
Okay, I'm gonna attack the direwolf who had just taken the club from the
Mhm.
farmer, the
Yep.
shepherd.
Yeah.
With my short sword, I'm gonna run at him.
Let's go.
An unnatural 20.
That was a single digit, and then it turned into a double digit.
It
I saw
was.
that.
It was.
That was a nice one.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay.
There's 4 of them, right?
There are 4 dire wolves and 4 regular size wolves. 8 in total.
Okay.
Not so dire.
And then I'm gonna use sneak attack.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Somebody has to.
Should somehow use sneak attack with my throwing more.
They're very sneaky marbles.
You can get 4 days as one hit when you hit an attack with a finesse ranged weapon. If you have advantage on the attack, you don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna roll 5d6.
Yep.
Oh, all right.
9.
Uh-oh.
16. 18.
18 damage?
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is how it goes.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
I pull out my short sword, and I because remember last time I said Lanifer he never seems to be walking. He seems to just kind of be like
Kind of floating. Yeah.
place to place. Because he's like always sort of semi-missy stepping. He's like running to the wolf in a very floating manner, and he holds, and then he freezes. Nobody else, just him, and he goes, "In a past life, I wasn't a violent man, but in moments like these, you always know what's necessary." And then he just
clobbers it for 18 damage.
Yeah. Boom. Actually, I would say he kind of does like a,
Yeah.
one attack, but like it's,
he slices and dices.
Yeah.
Flourishes.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
And
for
then-
18 damage, you gotta flourish.
Yeah, and then use uncanny dodge. No, not uncanny dodge.
Disengage or
cunning action.
Yeah.
To disengage, to dash away, disengage.
Yeah.
I miss Navarra.
Soon.
It's okay. I miss magic.
Yeah. All right. And
Yeah, I'd say this is actually really boring. I do not like the rogue at all.
You gotta be creative.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I tell you that.
I'm just saying, I would have set all those wolves on fire.
Yeah.
We'd be fine.
We would be,
Alright.
we would be
We wouldn't
having
even
guiding
entered
bolts
combat.
everywhere.
he would have also roasted all the sheep.
All right. It's time for a bunch of wolves to make turns. Finally.
Fuck.
I'm gonna get a piece of pizza.
Oh no, you gotta be here.
Yeah, you gonna get tagged.
Yeah.
You kicked a wolf. You shot a wolf.
Yeah. So
Well, continue.
she's like, I need this pizza. So basically, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The rest of the 6 wolves are actually, I'm gonna have them in for the sake of time. That they're gonna all act together, and what they are gonna try and do is they are going to try and together grab 4 sheep, and from the herd that the first one was herding, and grab 4 of those sheep. Let's find out what they do. That's a 16. And I think what happens is that you guys manage to get 2 of the sheep back, but these 5 wolves manage to get two sheep, and 2 of the small wolves start dragging those sheep away.
What about the saving throws for the marbles?
You're right.
Ball bearings. Sorry, ball
They
bearings.
they do need to make
They're
saving
marbles
throws.
when they're made of glass. They're ball bearings when made of metal.
I know. Just they specifically are ball bearings. In there.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was a really shitty roll. Okay, yeah, so that's a 10. So they actually only get 1 sheep as the two that grab sheep, as they try and drag them out. One of them just like comically trips on ball bearings. Yeah. as
Worth it.
as it just falls, and it's man just lets go of the sheep, defeated. And the farmers are now going to go up and swing at the dire wolf that attacked him. That's a critical miss.
These farmers.
As these farmers go up and try and make a swing at the dire wolf, it dodges the first one and just takes a giant hawk and bite out of his leg for 9 damage.
What leg?
His left leg.
No. Okay.
His leftist leg.
I meant what leg? Like his leg is gone.
Oh, got
That's
it. It's like his left leg.
I don't know why this is relevant, but sure, here's an answer.
Yeah. and we're back up to the top, and the direwolf is going to continue to herd the sheep. And he actually stumbles on the ball bearings and tumbles to the ground, and the sheep kind of start to scatter. And they start to scatter, and they also are falling on the ball bearings as they like run outside the circle.
As the Benny Hill theme song.
Yeah.
comes on the background.
And then the dire wolf that has just been sliced and diced by Laniver is going to try and take a bite. That is a 23 versus AC.
To me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But
Your damage is halved, right?
my damage is half. When an attacker that sees you hits you with an attack, you can use your reactions to have the attack's damage against you.
Its eyes were closed, so okay.
It's like, ah!
So it doesn't actually see you.
Oh, sorry.
You can't prevent accidental
Yeah.
damage.
That is an 8 damage. So 4.
Big 4.
Yeah.
4 damage. Can I would guess that we're still fully healed.
Why not?
You'll
need it. And make a strength saving throw as well.
Strength saving throw.
Yes.
Is he within 10 feet of me?
I don't think so. This is a pretty big area.
Every time you ask that. No.
16.
Cool. You managed to stay on your feet as this giant dire wolf jumps up and bites you for 4 damage. And Susrana.
2 arrows at the one hurting.
One that's on the ground.
Yeah, why don't you take advantage on that too?
Good. That was a 1. We're just gonna 11 on the first one, or 12 on the first one,
That's a miss.
and 18 on the second one.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Did you want to roll your advantage on the second one just so you see if you got a crit?
Because you get to take the high.
Oh.
That was
All right.
at the
DJ
same
Do with
time,
the
and it
host.
scared me.
Thank you, brother.
DJ Do.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.
I did not roll higher. So. So 7 damage for the 1.
Yep.
And then I'm going to do the unarmed strike to the one that just bit.
Yeah, okay.
Hanover.
Okay, so 7.
And the 2 unarmed strike against him. So I have to roll for both of those.
Yep.
Stopped abruptly.
Yeah, that was cool.
16.
That's a hit.
And 13.
That is a miss.
Okay. So 3 damage to that, and then strength saving throw. 2
That is a 10.
does not work. And I'm gonna have them get thrown back 15 feet.
Okay, yeah. So you go up to it and you clobber it again, and it's basically gets thrown back up, kind of like right kind of into the woods. And Romulus.
The one that bit me. I'm just gonna take 2 swings at it with my sword and say, "I told you to yield." With a big whopping 10 AC on my first attack.
Yep, that's a miss.
Sorry, 11. It was an 11.
No.
The second attack will be a non-natural 20.
Ooh, that is a hit.
It's a miss.
12 damage.
Cool. And so you hit it, and it's hurt. It's real hurt. It looks kind of looks like you're flaying it within an inch of its life, and it kind of like looks up with you. It looks up at you with one eye kind of still open, and says, "We'll regret this." And another wolf is going to try and grab a sheep. And he's going to make a athletic save against your ball bearings. It's fucking miss. Yeah, so he
Just like
he kind of tries. He tries to go in and grab one of the sheep and just whoop.
I love the ball bearings. Every time they've always been so entertaining.
And Mac.
I
don't know if I really
ball
need to do
bearings.
anything. No,
You can pass.
I'm kidding.
I got an idea.
Sorry, I need to double check. How many of these wolves are alive?
They are still
in
all
play?
so all 8 are alive. So basically, there is one direwolf on the ground at Romulus's feet, which is looking very dead. There is another direwolf that is by that Susrana has just kicked into the forest, and the rest of the wolves are kind of in the sheep herd trying to grab the sheep.
And one of them's been shot.
Okay.
Yes.
So
One of them has 2 arrows sticking out of it.
all right. So I bust out my short bow, and I dip the tip in the Sorry, let me double check the vocabulary on this. The poison oil. I really thought it said lantern oil, but oil. It does say boil lantern. Anyways, the flammable oil I have in my
Yes.
equipment.
Oh yeah, of course.
Anyways, I dip the tip in that. But can I do 2? Am I allowed to do 2, or is it just her?
If you can attack
The
twice, you
proficiency.
can. No, it's
You only have one
it's
attack per action.
yeah. It's,
Okay, I only have 1 attack right. Okay, then yeah, I dip that one and shoot at a dire wolf that doesn't already have 2 arrows sticking out of it.
Are you shooting at the one?
The one that just attacked me, basically, right?
Oh, so there's that one, and then there's also ones that are in. There's 2 direwolves that are in the sheep pack. Then there's the one that is at his feet.
Wait, they're all direwolves?
No, there's 4 total.
Oh,
Four direwolves and
Okay, that's what I thought.
4
Okay,
regulars. Yeah.
all right.
Cool. So I carefully let go of the string and actually light the tip of my arrow on fire and put it back. And then yes, I shoot at the one that attacked
Lanimer.
Lanimer.
Why don't you just...
That was way more comical.
Okay. Saying,
Anyways, flaming arrow at the dire wolf that attacked
Got it.
Lanimer.
Yes.
Which I'm really hoping isn't the one that's basically dead.
No,
That's one at my feet.
Yes. Okay, go roll.
10 plus anything?
Yeah, it's plus whatever it says.
16.
Total. What do you get a +6 from that?
The short bow,
Yes.
yeah.
God damn.
Actually, almost everything I get +6.
That's a hit. That's totally a hit.
Cool. And then I do 1d6 plus 3 damage. That's not that die. 4 plus 3, 7 damage.
Are you a rogue smoke?
I am also a rogue, so I'm going to use sneak attack and do an additional 4d plus 6. Sorry, 4d6. 1, 3 plus 6 total so far. 12 total so far. 15 total. I wasn't going to roll your inferior die.
Ooh.
Dick! Get back.
You rolled a 12.
It's above a 10.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
shoot this thing, and
Fire is not necessary.
yeah, but it goes in like slicing butter for sure. And you deal 18 damage, 19, 18.
15
15.
plus whatever I rolled
Plus-
originally, which I think was
Was a 6, right?
No, I think it was a 4.
4.
Yeah.
Okay, so 19.
22 damage. 19 damage. Sorry. Wrong numbers.
19 damage.
16 and 22 damage was dealt.
Okay, yes. So you slice this thing open with a very hot arrow that deals 19 damage to it, and it also just drops straight to the ground. And it's not dead yet, but has about the same amount of life as the one at Romulus's feet does.
It's also on fire now.
It's not on fire. It basically the arrow went straight into it, and
Extinguished itself.
fire doesn't do well inside flesh.
I was really hoping flesh didn't do so well with fire around it.
Oh no, it doesn't. it hurts, and it's probably not going to be able to get up again. But it's still alive. And Laniver.
I am going to run at the wolf that Mac just attacked with my rope.
All right.
And I'm going to try and tie it up so that Romulus may interrogate it.
Maybe eating wolves later.
Okay.
Which to us is just going to sound like.
It's gonna be great.
Okay. Yeah. Why don't you make
On all levels except physical, I am a wolf.
give me an athletics. So basically, you're gonna try. So basically, this is gonna be like a grapple check.
Yeah.
So roll athletics, and you're gonna be contesting its strength.
Oh, yeah. 22.
Yeah, you definitely got it.
Yeah.
You definitely got this wolf.
Strong as a wolf.
Yeah. So basically, like, without taking the actual spell, Misty Steps, I just run at it and, like, Misty Step on either side of it a couple of times. I'm just like I'm here. I'm not here. I'm here. I'm not here. And then I just, boom, tie it up.
All right. Yeah, you have tied up a fucking dire wolf.
Sick.
Congrats, man. And so it's time for the 4 regular wolves to go, and they are going to try and grab 4 more sheep. They are first going to try and dodge the ball bearings, which they do not do.
Ooh.
Here's some fucking tasty ball bearings.
4 for 4 so far.
I don't know if this says more for the ball bearings or less for the wolves.
Whatever works.
And the 2 direwolves, you see them stop, and they can kind of see that the fight is lost. They grabbed 1 sheep, and Romulus, you hear them call out and say, "This is enough for today. We'll come back for Marietta later." And they all run away. You get 1. Romulus gets what's up?
I said, fuck, you had to make it the woman. Now I feel bad about it.
And
Marietta the wolf.
Yeah.
and Romulus gets an attack of opportunity on the dire wolf that is real hurt as it tries to get up and run away.
19.
Yeah, that's an attack. And it's a hit.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. Sorry. Brain. Can do.
That's an attack hit.
Now roll again.
Attack.
That'll be 7 damage.
Yeah. So it basically just tries to get up, and you just are like, and just kill it.
Just back to the ground.
Yeah, just like straight through into the ground. And you guys, and we kind of get out of combat. You have you have a bleeding direwolf staked to the ground, and the farmers, one of them kind of the one that got his club knocked out is just kind of like sitting there stunned, and the other one is just like looks at him just like, dude, we got to get the dogs, get these sheep back, because the sheep are just like starting to spread out. So he starts getting the dogs on herding the sheep back and getting the rest of the sheep back together. What do you guys do?
I pick up the dire wolf and sort of like heartlessly throw it towards Romulus. And I look at him and cross my arms and I say, There was never a moment I laughed harder at Romulus than when he talked to animals.
I'm gonna start interrogating this wolf. Marietta.
If that is your
And then in the background, you hear me go.
And it kind of like looks up at you and snarls and says, "What do you want? Haven't you gotten enough?"
Pretty brazen attack to come into the city for a flock of sheep. Why?
We're just taking back what has been taken from us. You're obviously new.
How did they start out as yours? These are the shepherd's sheep.
These ones may be ours, but these shepherd have taken our cubs, killed our kind.
Oh, snap.
An eye for an eye.
So you risk yours and your pack's life by coming into town with no ulterior motive than revenge?
We would not be risking our lives had you guys not been here.
Where did the wolves take the sheep? Right, they got away with one
One.
sheep.
And she kind of snarls and says, "Far away." Why don't you make if you want to learn something, let's do are you like just trying to like have a conversation? Or are you trying to like intimidate it? What are you trying to do here?
I'm
Like
trying
how-
to have a conversation.
Okay.
Be like, you can still live, so your pack doesn't dwindle. If you can give us more information, so we can come to a peaceful solution.
Okay, roll persuasion then.
19.
Cool. She kind of snarls and what's the question that you want to ask?
Where did the sheep go? Like, where are they headed to?
Cool. She kind of snarls at you and says, "To the west, past the forest, to the den. That is where they were taken. Do not ask me more. I'm weak." And she starts to snarl. And how long has it been since you cast the spell?
How long has combat gone? Because it was about 5 seconds before combat.
It's probably like 3 or 4 minutes on a
Yeah,
test.
so, I mean, 10 minutes of spell. So
Yeah, you still got it.
I will translate for the rest of everyone else that the sheet has gone to the wolves' den, which is west of the woods. Past the woods. So if we want to try and rescue one sheep, it will be a very long day for us.
I'm good with letting them have that one. For one.
Yeah, 1 out of 40 ain't bad.
I walk up to Marietta and like unsheath my dagger and like kind of flare it out and then no, I don't cut the rope. Actually, I'd take all that back. I walk up to Marietta and I untie her and I step back while I'm rolling the rope over under.
And basically, as soon as you untie her,
Not rope. Okay, I don't tie.
it's like, I can't deal with this.
Yeah.
So as soon as you untie her, she is going to try and just yoink the rope and run. So if you don't want to lose the rope, we're gonna make a strength contest here.
I already lost 1 strength.
Strength contest?
Yep.
Go on.
16.
31 minus 20.
Yeah.
I feel like
strength modifier.
I did the math problem in that lady's head, like
And so basically, as soon as you untie her, she just like gets up and just like the rope is like kind of like still around her a little bit, and she just like gets up and yoinks the rope, and it just like gets like pulled straight out of your hand.
Okay, I shoot my crossbow. I'm not losing this fucking rope.
Roll.
I shoot my crossbow, not to hit her, but to like try and pin the rope.
Oh, just hit. I'm just
No,
kidding, no.
I'm not gonna kill her.
Okay, wait. So
She's just giving us valuable information.
so you're trying to shoot a crossbow at something this wide.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Noted.
Roll me an attack. This is a very hard roll.
One, you slip and impale her.
Do you have a way to modify his roll to factor in that it's basically impossible?
Just a tons of minuses.
Oh, it's a 7. I thought it was a 1.
No, it's a 12.
So you miss.
Okay.
You don't hit the wolf.
Yeah.
You don't kill the wolf, who was at one health, by the way.
Yeah.
And you, but you miss, and it yoinks this rope, and it kind of runs off into the forest, kind of leaving a little trail of blood as it was bleeding out pretty profusely.
Oh.
And then I say, my aim was rusty that day. I'll never forget. And then.
All right.
You hear, you mean every day.
As she's fleeing, I'll scream out to her with my thaumaturgy at will cantrip. So I'll magnify my voice and say, keep your pack out of the city or else.
All right.
And then I turn to wait. Do we have somebody who already is established a leader of the humans?
There's
2 farmers?
Yeah, there's just two shepherds.
All right. I turn to the 2 shepherds and I'm like, "You guys have been seriously like taking their cubs?"
The shepherd looks at you and says, "Look, my lord." Like a peasant voice. I'm not gonna be able to keep that up.
Challenge accepted. You challenged yourself.
I just we look. This has been happening for a few months now, and we personally we haven't done nothing. We haven't done nothing.
There's a lot.
I'm trying.
Are we in Jamaica? Are we in Haiti? What's going on?
A medieval Haiti.
It's just a generic fantasy Creole. It works fine.
I'm just kind of going through the spectrum.
He's
I'm
nervous.
throwing the vocal spectrum at the wall, seeing what sticks. You know what I mean?
So far, the
Vocal spectrum.
I like it. And he says, "Well, we."
You made him nervous.
He's never going to get to the line if we keep on.
This is just going to be 3 more hours of me trying to say one line.
Just go with whatever accent you want.
That stuff, all right.
My lord, the first. So this has kind of been happening. Like, God damn it. This has kind of been happening. Like, on and off. Like, so me and Iran over here, we have not done anything. We are simple shepherds. We take our flock out. We harvest the sheeps or whatever the sheep produce, and the fur.
You shear the sheep
that one.
to gather their wool to then be sold to be made into more products.
What's funny is this was John Oliver and Steve Colbert had this exact same argument last night about Hunter like farming the sheep, and they were like, shearing the sheep.
That's the one. And he says, "Well, me and Iran, we personally haven't done this, but this is the first time that we have ever been attacked, and we've heard stories. We've heard stories, mind you, as Iran gathers the flock. Here, let me tell you a few things about these wolf attacks that have been plaguing the village for a little while. The first sign, something out of the usual, was going on. It came when to the Petersons up on Spurks Hill. They had a dozen sheep just snatched out from the barn. Their boy got trashed something awful for failing to close the barn. They beat him because he left the door open. But a week later, the exact same thing happened. Even Old Man Peterson locked up the barn. And something else. Nothing like this even happened. We are getting nothing until Father Merrickson's brother just up and disappeared. Not that I hear a word against him, of course, but it kind of makes you think, don't it?
How many people have disappeared since this all started?
It's definitely been a few.
Is it
Like
4?
No, I can't say. Honestly, it could be 4.
And do you know who has been actually fighting back against these? Who's actually been taking the wolves' cubs?
Well, that's just the Tillis Marion. He owns the grain shop. He's kind of been telling us that we should be fighting back against these wolves, that we can't stop business because these wolves are happening.
We should pay him a visit.
But Father Merrickson, the guy whose boy went missing, he's very vocal about we need to pull back and regroup and think some things through before we go about killing these wolves, because these people have been saying that these aren't normal wolves. Wheatley, who sells pots, pans, and ointments around here, he was chased off of his cart by a pack of wolves, and says they appeared from the trees like it was magic. Just they weren't there, and then they were there. When he came back, there was some of his. Not only was his food gone, but 3 sacks of leather was gone, and some lumber as well. And then the last thing, old shepherd named Grimstone up the way was watching his flock when he heard him calling from the trees begging for help. Well, he runs off to check what was wrong, but he couldn't find as much of a gnome. He couldn't find as much as a gnome up there. Well, while he was away, guess what? Dozen sheep up and disappeared. Heard a call for help, goes up, there's nobody there, comes back, sheep are missing. And so once, and also a bunch of Tillis's boys, band of blokes from the village, went out to hunt the wolves, tracking back to their den. But as soon as they went into the darkest part of the woods, they got ambushed. Wasn't there myself, but some of them tell of booming thunder, bursts of fire. Sounded like an unholy mess. I'm not sure if I believe him, but anyway. There's a halfling named Featherrock, decent shepherd, hurt real bad in that fight. All the others thought he was dead, but next morning, he's found dumped on Wesley's doorstep near the woods. Poor man ain't been the same since. They say they got him boarded up in the inn, the Shepherd's Crook. If you guys want to go check that out. They cracked his head, telling wild tales. Alrighty, Ron, you got the sheeps ready? We ready to head back? Yeah.
Because he's on the other side of the sheep.
Yeah, it's far away.
And then he eats it. There's the marbles.
No, you're just picking up every berry.
One at a time.
As
Put it
you
back in my
walk.
bag.
I want you to know, throughout this entire period while we've been questioning and picking them up, I picked up all 250. I'm back to an even 1,000 for the record.
You couldn't find 3 or 4. Come on.
There's one
right,
stuck in a wolf
997.
somewhere.
Okay, let's go pay this.
Yeah, let's go to the end.
Halfling
Shepherd's
Feather
Inn?
Rock.
A
Well,
visit.
there's actually a couple of people. Do we want to?
I say we do the.
I thought the
Feather
most
Rock.
interesting guy was the dude holed up at the Shepherd's
Yeah.
Inn, but what do you
Yeah.
think?
To the Shepherd's Inn.
But Wheatley sells stuff that we might want to buy.
That's actually a
He
good
sells
point.
pots, pans, and ointment.
I like pot. Oh, pots. All right. Anyways, we'll probably go chat to Wheatley anyway
Pot's not pot.
because if we chat with somebody else, we might end up on a
Pans,
tangent.
not pan.
I'm just picturing this guy like, want to buy some pans, man?
Hey man, I got the best cast iron,
Best cooking oil.
ceramic
Stainless
coated.
We've all seen the Green Chef pan.
Pulls out, knocks out a nearby rabbit. See how efficient that is? Anyways, let's say we should hit up Wheatley since we're probably going to get sidetracked after we talk to somebody of consequence.
Okay. Get to the place, roll initiative.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess we'll go see the pots and
Do-
pans dealer.
Do we want to each gather information from someone, or do we want to go as a group? Also, last I checked, we were supposed to check back in at the station.
Side
I'm on the
quest.
payroll.
You're a CI.
They base you guys?
To the
We
pots
pay
and
him in freedom.
pans. We should
We're going to
just
see
all go together.
Wheatley.
Okay.
Where is he?
With the pots and pans.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys, from your small but yet thorough career in law enforcement in the town of Hackberry, you kind of know the lay of the land, know where the shops are, and you know where Wheatley's Pot Emporium stands.
To drink them.
Just serving these up, huh?
Yeah. And
The place is just called like Munchies or something because you make food with this stuff.
and so you guys kind of go over there, and as you walk up, the place looks ransacked. And,
I investigate.
and
Sorry, I would like to let you finish telling me the same story that I interrupted.
I was like, well, okay, roll to investigate. Okay.
I'll let you finish your sentence.
And there's a man kind of just like looking sullen as he is picking up pots that were on the wall and now they're on the floor.
It's like all the rubies in these pots are gone.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah, now and
We're investigating, sir.
Wheatley, I presume? Mr. Wheatley?
yeah, that's me.
And I'm real sorry about what happened to your shop here. What did happen?
Solid investigation.
Unrelated tangent,
They-
but what did happen?
Look, I was out with the cart at the market, peddling pots. And this is serious. Stop laughing. I was out at the market, just peddling my pots, and look, they just came out of nowhere. I got knocked down. They stole my stuff, man. Not just the food, but everything. Look at this store. They not only came and just ravaged the cart, but they knew where my store was, man.
From the shadows, in first-person noir style, Lanover goes, Wheatley was a man with strange sales tactics, but he was Hackberry through and through. He loved the city. That's it.
Anyone else hear that? Anyways, what all was taken?
Just a bunch of pots, some healing salve, and some conditioner.
No, that's fair. I get it.
Those wolves were looking real silky.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have any enemies that you could think of?
Everybody loves Wheatley from the Pot Emporium. I would never harm a soul.
Peddling pots to pass me. I can't.
Did you mention that if you saw these ransackers?
Oh, I definitely saw them. Ransackers. They're big wolves.
How many?
Oh, there was about 4 big ones. That's it. But they came, it was swift. They knocked me down and just started stealing my stuff.
Okay, and then from the shadows again, for the first time, for the second time, not in first person narrative. Laniver goes, "Were any of them bleeding?"
What?
Were any of them bleeding?
Oh.
But like, Seinfeld meets.
And I'm like, let me translate. He asked if any of them were bleeding.
Yeah, like when he's narrating, his voice sounds one way, but when he's just talking normal, he's kind of like a broken Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh no.
More broken?
Okay, yeah. And he says, "Nah, this is a couple of days ago, man. I just got out of the hospital. Like, I just got back to the shop, just trying to clean up, trying to get my life back together, man. It's just traumatizing.
Is there anything we can do to help?
Just catch these motherfuckers.
All right.
Can't fucking believe this."
Right then, right there, I didn't have a choice. I had to catch these motherfuckers. And then I walk out of the room.
Sorry. I wanted to get the nuance out.
What is happening?
Sound effects.
Ah,
I've been waiting 2 episodes.
Okay. Yeah.
we're so technically advanced here at Torpid Gaming Network.
Yeah. So, and then I walk out of the room
Okay.
and start walking towards the den, regardless of whether or not what the rest of the team does.
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm walking towards.
What does everybody else do? As Laniver just says that and just out.
I grab a pan off the ground and I follow him.
Yeah.
Just taking a pan. From
Wheatley
this guy
kind of like
ransack.
looks up at you and he's just like
I throw some gold pieces aside.
he's just like
I forgot he was there.
just like this that's what law enforcement in this town is coming to.
Oh my god, I'm
trying
so sorry.
to just beat a man when he's down, take his pots. This is my livelihood.
I can't.
This is my livelihood.
Which I pay him double what the pan costs. And I say, I'm sorry, I got caught up in the speech. I gotta go.
Not nearly enough to cover the emotional damage that this has caused.
I go, you're gonna be okay. And then I walk away.
Okay.
I'm gonna be okay with
But she
it.
does that to Romulus, not to the shop. I'm just shake my head and just follow. I'm like, sorry. Just leave.
Yeah.
I
Are you
giggles
still in the
today, I'm
shop?
sorry.
You are, right?
Yeah.
And
Just gonna shake my head a little bit.
Wheatley just kind of like looks up at you and says, "Guys ain't never gonna find these wolves, are you?"
We already know where they're at, and we're gonna do our best.
Well, it sounds like you got some real crack detectives working with you. Good luck to you, my friend.
I appreciate it.
You hear me out front going, "Hey Tom! How are ya?"
And I come running back in and be like, hang on, do you have any fedoras? And he just gives me this like,
Read the sign.
No,
Pot Emporium.
That's what the insurance is for. So
Yep.
you don't have to pay for your pots.
It's like mob justice. Like, we're gonna keep you safe, but you gotta pay your dues to the mob. It's one pot.
Excuse me, I got a pan.
Oh, so sorry. Is it a
it's a really
saucepan?
shallow pot.
For your
They
new
don't sell pans, they only sell
Gilliam's Nanoma pan.
What?
Yeah, Gilliam's Nanoma.
Is that one of those pans where you can like put an egg on it and
No,
then you?
he's trying to say William
Oh, you're being funny.
Sonoma.
Okay, got it.
Apparently not very.
You chose with Jillian Sonoma.
Gillian's Nanoma. Chat got it. That's what
I
matters.
would say that sounds
Big
like
chat.
cancer to me.
Oh my god.
All right, I'm gonna catch up with the group.
As we're arguing about cancerous dishware.
pots.
Yeah, cancerous pots.
Sorry,
Here.
Mr. Wheatley. All right.
Team, gentlemen.
As we're all like heading towards to follow Lenvier, I almost got it. I'm like, hey, so do you think we should go chat with that Tellus Murin dude?
before we go to the den? Anybody?
Shepherd's Crook is on the way out. I'd like to hit up there to resupply and talk with the halfling Featherrock, who was attacked and then left behind.
That's fair. Okay. We should do that.
Okay.
We do that.
We
That's so good.
we do it. We do
I
it.
had the giggles real bad today. It's not stopping.
Okay. And so
Let's drink more.
Sorry.
So it's gonna kill one of us to get rid of our giggles.
Oh yeah, he's gonna kill all of us. Wait till combat happens.
and you wake up dead.
You wake up.
How do I
dead.
wake up? I mean, Navarre woke up dead.
So I did die.
Or did you?
When you wake up in the astral plane,
You're basically dead.
you died. Anyways, Twist and Mithrin will be back in 2 weeks. But until then, we are going to go to the Shepherd's Crook. The Shepherd's Crook is a traditional inn with a common room at the front, dining and meeting room in the back, and kind of guest rooms upstairs. And when you guys kind of walk in, it's packed with tanned and weather-beaten shepherds in woolen cloaks, smoking long stem pipes, all drinking cider and kind of muttering amongst themselves. And kind of some small groups of men and women around the corners, on the tables around the in there, kind of nursing their drinks. They're staying mostly quiet, and as 4 police officers walk in, kind of people get a little hush hush here, and Leonore Slatebeard, the barkeep, you know her well, kind of lights up as she sees you guys and kind of waves over at you and kind of like beckons you up to the bar.
And then I yell, Leonore, how's your ma?
I like how
I
you
see
were like,
trying to ditch the first person you
Yeah.
are.
No, not yet. Don't worry.
He's just really excited to see his bartender.
Yeah. But I'm trying to establish that she kind of knows me, you know what I mean? Maybe I've drank there a couple times.
yeah.
Sure.
And so you guys go over and you say that to her.
Yeah. Did I say what to her?
What you
What
just
you
said to
said.
her.
What did I just say to her? Seb?
Leonore, how's your mom?
Okay. I said, how's your ma?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I thought you were going to like Vulcan death grip me or something.
Should have done that. I'll say, like, well, is that the only way to get you to stop? Then yes, please. Death grip him. Yeah, and she kind of looks at you and says, the mom's doing okay, but, I gotta say, this whole fucking wolf situation is just totally fucked, right? And then she's like pouring drinks for you guys right now.
I sit down at the bar in front of her, pouring drinks. So, tell me about the wolf situation.
So like I said, like, oh no,
I heard that.
you ain't 22 anymore. And she says, well, these weird things just keep happening. People say the wolves are coming in, taking things that aren't food. Like, I don't know, man, but I'm so glad you guys are here, because I think that you guys can really help us out here. I think you guys might be the answer to this. The law. Here at the Shepherd's Crook, we don't like the law too much, but I like you guys. You are good guys, especially Romulos over there. That guy's a good guy.
I say thank you so much for saying that. Anyways, about when did the whole wolf situation start? And more importantly, did anybody roll into town around or right before that time?
This was about 3 months ago, and I just can't. I can't tell if anyone rolled into town. Maybe.
Is there anybody in town who might keep more closer attention to that particular?
So there's the town, the Merchants Association. They're having a meeting in the back right now, so this is kind of why I was glad you're here. I want you guys to go over and maybe kind of poke your head in there. We got Tillis Marion is in there. He's the head of the Growers and Buyers Association. He's throwing a. You okay?
Growers and buyers. Nobody else after
Yeah,
the
no, I
pot
got
jokes.
you. Yeah.
Come on.
He works very closely with the pot emporium.
And
Tried so hard not to laugh. Damn it. Sorry.
and he's just throwing a fit out there because Father Merrick, he's trying to stop Tillion's caravans from leaving because of the wolves. He's saying that lives are in danger, and Tillis, he's a capitalist, one might say. But I think you guys can maybe go back there and try and calm him down. Lives are getting lost. People are getting hurt.
You think I might have a better
Stop to
chance
this.
of getting through to him if I wasn't necessarily a cop?
Hey, however you want to handle this, it's up to you.
Okay.
Hand me that apron. I'm just kidding.
Looking to go undercover.
I mean, why don't you?
I have like a thief. I have disguises.
You
I'm a
have to
thief cop.
spend- You have to spend like a whole week developing.
Really?
He's an improv expert. It's fine.
It just says.
Or if you want to
disguise.
impersonate something.
He's got sufficient
You know what?
costume making experience.
I didn't really read into that, to be perfectly honest. It just says disguise kit. Never mind. I can't use my disguises right the fuck
He
now.
just pulled out a makeup kit.
I'm just
There's
like, hang on 1 second.
A
Just
clown
puts on some
nose.
lipstick. He's like, they'll never recognize me.
Wig.
Yeah.
Anyways, never mind on that one. Cool, yeah. Let's go chat with the guys in the back playing poker. I mean, having a meeting.
I'll also confirm with her if the halfling Featherrock is here.
Yeah, Feather Rock. Yeah, he's upstairs. He's real hurt. He's honestly kind of crazy, but Father Merrick's been taking care of him though, so he's in good hands. But like I said, that boy's spouting loony right now.
How long has he been hurt?
He got dumped back about a month ago. That was in him and the boys went out to go find the wolves. Man, a lot of those boys never came back.
There's a full moon happened.
I want to go talk to this dude.
Oh no, the full moon. No, the full moon. It happened kind of right before all this has happened. It's due to come up, but I mean, this has been happening. You know, we kind of already ruled out werewolves.
No, I just know. I didn't.
Oh no, I like where your head's at. I do.
Thanks.
But
He's up frantically taking notes on a piece of
Oh.
paper.
It is the 5th of the month. The moon is in waning.
Please, it's wax.
Learn something new every day. Yeah. Do you guys want to handle the meeting in the back? I'll head up to Featherrock's room and see if I can aid in his recovery.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go check out the guys in the back.
I'm gonna stay put.
Cool. I headed the back by myself, apparently.
no.
I'll go to bed.
Oh, sorry. With Sisrana. Right, I head to the back.
Okay.
I'll head to Featherrock's room.
As they all walk away, single camera shot of my half face. They're all walking away behind me, and I go, there was one thing I knew. The rest didn't. Lenore never forgets a face. And then walk away. I don't know. I'm just building like false narratives on top of the story, so you know.
I'm
I
with
didn't know that till right now.
I'm with it. Okay.
What the hell's a camera?
Okay. Let's do meeting room first, and then we'll go upstairs.
Great, I want to use it.
Perfect.
Always split.
All right, it's the meeting of the Merchant Association in the back room.
And so as you guys, yeah, and as you guys walk towards the back, you hear two people arguing from the room, and as you walk in, it's a plain room, and it's centered around a large wooden table. There are 8 people sitting at it. There are 5 human men, a human female, 2 halflings, 1 male, 1 female. And you hear a couple people arguing. And one of them, and as you know, is Tillis Marion of the Growers and Buyers Association. And the other one, dressed in priestly robes, is Father Merrickson. And you walk into Tillis saying, "Well, you tell me this, Father. Who was going to make my money for me if I stop exporting my grain and produce during this wolf crisis? Your God? His God? Her God? We got to live, right? We all got to live. And I live by exporting goods. So you can't tell me that I can't export my wares, make my money, live my life." And Father Merrickson replies, "The lives of our people are more important than your profits, Tilius. I don't understand why."
Seriously.
Well, we're just I don't want to eat really good.
Yeah, but we can all hear you.
You're gonna be nervous because you're all standing like.
Over here is squeak, 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 squeak.
And
Morning, Bats.
Morning, Bats.
He's in Scotland.
And Tillis says, "Look, I understand that the lives of people are important. I get that. I truly do. Father, I truly do. Who are you people walking in here to this council meeting? Who are you?"
Really almost call this the fantasy police station, but I remember it wasn't the fantasy police
Yeah,
station.
we're the Hackberry.
Hackberry.
Division. So we're a couple of detectives from the Hackberry police station, and we just had our own personal encounter with the wolves recently.
Oh, well, why did you?
And we're particularly interested in what y'all are talking about on that subject.
We were just talking about how it would be real nice if somebody could get rid of this wolf problem. And from the Growers and Buyers Association, we will put up an 800 gold reward if you can get rid of this wolf problem. This is on top of your civic duty, which is to get rid of this wolf problem anyway, officers.
Checks out.
And this is causing. I was not going to stop. This
Really,
is
because you hesitated a little bit.
this was causing strife between this village, and he just like glares daggers at Father Morrison. This was causing strife on this village, and it would just be real great if we could get this problem sorted out in a timely manner
Right?
before other people get hurt.
Do you want to have any valuable information about the wolves, or are you just going to stand there lecturing?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. I do. Well, there've always been wolves in the woods. You know, that's just life on this planet. But in the space of 3 months, they've gone from a nuisance to a major threat. People have been abandoning their farms out of fear, leaving the village to either stop exporting crops that have already been harvested and risk bankruptcy to go hungry. I got families who are working for me that have moved out because we couldn't get our caravans out. They have left. People are leaving in fear because of these wolves. The council, me and these very people, about a month ago, we organized a posse of men to go hunt down the wolves, but they were attacked in the woods, and driven back. And Father Merrickson kind of like pipes up from the side. So my son is a wizard. He usually protects the village against things like this. He kind of went missing around the same time that the attacks began. And we've kind of been that's kind of why we've this big lurk Tillis over here will tell you we've had to turn to professional help, like the posse of men didn't go so well. We've hired a couple of other mercenaries to take these guys out. Nothing has worked. But yeah, my son Alexei, he's gone. He's missing. I miss him I miss him a lot. So Tillis isn't lying about that 800 gold. We'd really love you guys to get to the bottom of this.
Would it be possible for you to show me some of your? Let me get a look at some of Alexei's belongings before he disappeared. I'm curious in what kind of magic he was studying at the time.
Alexei, he does a lot of transmutational magic. I don't really know too much. I mean, I'm just a man of the cloth. I don't really dabble in magic so much as talking to the divine. But I know he was working on some type of transmutational magic.
And how's that working out for you? Talking to the divine.
Oh, it's great. You interested? I could get you started. I got this good book.
real helpful in this particular situation.
Oh well, I mean, I'm working with Feather Rock. We're making progress on him. He was the only one that came back from that posse of guys that we sent out a month ago. But the boy has had a rough time.
You think it'd be possible for us to have some words with Feather Rock?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's upstairs. I've been tended to him personally. Just
Remind me, is that where you guys went?
That's where I went.
Okay.
That's
right. You just stayed put.
He's been getting better, and that's the gods doing. And even if you say it's not.
As an
They're
aside,
out
can I
there.
just say that I really like the Calvin Candy thing you got going on?
What?
Calvin Candy?
I don't know what that is, but
Oh,
just
no?
yes or no question. Is this a compliment or is this sarcastic? Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Calvin Candy was Leonardo DiCaprio's character in Django Unchained.
Ah,
The southern voice you have, like, a second ago for Tillis.
Tillis, yeah.
Yeah. I dug that.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so he says, well, you guys can go up there, and that boy's had a rough month. Yeah, I think he's getting better. I think he can see people. And as soon as he says that, another human, a male at the table, stands up, and as soon as he starts talking, Tillis and Father Merrickson, they shut up. This guy's words obviously carry weight around this table. And he stands up and he says, look, we think the wolves live west past the forest. My name is Coral of the Fleecers Guild. I've worked through these woods for the past 40 years. And I'm proud and happy to offer my services and my sword on this. You guys seem like you're fine and able, and I think that I can help.
We'd be happy to take you up on that offer.
What say you? I won't even take any of your prize. I'm putting up part of it. And I think as a representative on this council, I think that someone from us should be tagging along with you just to make sure that you guys are getting the job done.
Well, let's hope you're the one that comes back.
Good. I love that. Fucking love that. All right. And Coral says, "Look, I think it's a good idea to go question Feather Rock. I think depending on who you got, I think you might be able to get some, maybe talk some sense into the boy. I don't know. He's been spouting crazy all month.
All right, thank you all for your assistance.
You guys want? Yeah.
We're gonna go head upstairs and talk to Featherrock then.
All right.
And I guess we join them before they actually begin their conversation.
I would say that since you guys split up, we're gonna start with just you, and then you guys are gonna come in.
Word.
What are you doing as an aside? Are you just hanging out at the bar with Leonore Brownbeard, whatever her name was?
Leonore, yes.
Leonore Slatebeard.
I'm sitting there with Leonore because I'm trying to establish that I like.
Yeah,
These guys don't know it, but I go there all the time.
yeah, you're just thrown back.
Yeah,
Fine, you know what I mean?
yeah. Basically, I have a play, but it's
Okay,
it's
yeah.
online.
Okay. So you go up to Featherrock's room, and it is small but well appointed. Fresh flowers on the dresser. It's got it's got a statue of a god on the dresser as well. A halfling lies in the bed, white-faced and soaked in his own sweat. His left arm bandaged, as is his right leg. And he kind of looks kind of wild-eyed and scared as the door creaks open. What do you do?
Mr. Featherrock, I presume? I'm here to lend my healing assistance if you will allow it.
Who sent you?
No one. Kindness of my heart. I'm part of the police force here, and I'm hoping that I can tend to your wounds and maybe gather some information on that wolf attack you had about last month.
And as soon as you say wolf attack, he kind of shuts down and says, "Go get Father Merrick."
I'm going to go ahead and sit down and be like, he'll be in when he's free. He's in a meeting downstairs, but I'm sure I can be of assistance if you just lend me your hand.
And he doesn't like give you his hand, but he like kind of like relaxes a little bit.
I'm just going to let him know it's going to be okay, and I'll go ahead and touch him on the shoulder and lay on hands to try and heal him.
All right.
I'll go ahead and just do 5 points of healing.
Okay. And you see, he kind of just like sighs. Okay. So, what's your name?
Romulus, I'm here to help.
Romulus here to help. Romulus here to help. What do you want?
Just want to hear your story.
We went exploring in the woods to the west. Me and the guys. We found a cave, but my memory is kind of hazy. I remember being bitten, obviously, and he like holds up his arm, which is like in a giant bandage, which is like kind of like bled through. And I, as everybody just fled, I got knocked to the ground and my memory went in and out, but I swear that I kind of remember gruff voices arguing in the darkness and powerful grip on my ankle. You probably think I'm crazy, don't you?
Not at all. Do you mind if I look at your ankle?
He says, "No, go for it."
I'm going to check it out to see if there's any like sort of injuries or any obvious marks of maybe he was held captive.
There is a it's like it was tied. It's like, there's like contusions on it.
So like rope burn or
Yeah.
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'll let him know that you're definitely not crazy, and there were definitely more than wolves there.
And at that moment, the door bursts open, and Mac and Susrana pop in, and he looks and gets scared again and says, "Who are they?"
Don't worry, they're friends. They'll go ahead and wait outside, though.
I'm worried, and he looks at you guys.
That's all right. We'll wait outside, and we just go back. I just go back down.
I shook my head.
And he looks at Rom and says, "Look, it hurts so bad. The wolves, they were talking. The wolves were talking," and he passes out.
They're saying he dies. I was like, whoa.
He explodes. Shrapnel everywhere.
Kablamo!
And credits.
And then Father Merrickson's there.
He did not follow.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Let's go back down and hear the play at the bar.
It's a very weak play. I
Don't make this anticlimactic now.
no, it's a very weak
It's
play.
the strongest play we have. Give it to him.
So I look at Leonore.
Mm-hmm.
I say, "Fuck! I trapped myself with the Jerry
You
suicide
had
thing."
this entire time.
Yeah, no. It's not it.
Can do this.
I lost the play. I just totally forgot what I was gonna do. Okay, I look at Leonore and I say, "Leonore, you still have the things I told you to keep for me?"
Oh my god. Here we go.
She says, "Roll." I'm gonna need you to roll for this.
Roll.
Yeah, roll. Fuck. Like, roll me investigation. Yes, I get. I like.
Fuck, 7.
I really wanted you to roll in that 20.
I saw it on! Let me roll with advantage.
No. and
It's an 18.
she looks at you and says, I mean, look, I know that we're with your work friends, and I mean you've been pretty drunk here before, and you've left a lot of things. You're gonna have to refresh my memory. I have a lot of your stuff.
Why don't you just bring on a bit all over? Just ask for the whole bin. Just say bring it all over.
So, yeah. Lambert doesn't say anything. He goes, in a short time, I'd made this place my home. I'd become friends with the bartenders, friends with the locals. But it was clear that those feelings weren't mutual.
Oh.
So sad.
That's so noir.
That's so noir. Yeah. And then I get up and I drop the pence, my gold coin, on the bar, and I say, "Don't worry about it." And then I walk out.
Okay.
As a
And she
single
just
rain cloud starts to move over you
Yeah.
and just follows you out.
Okay, and so you guys kind of walk out, and Coral says, "Do you guys think we have enough to start tracking these wolves?"
We can start by the trail of blood that we left from that one that ran off.
Well, we know to go to the west, and it's the other side of the forest, and there's a cave. So we got some.
Probably an ambush at the darkest part of the forest.
Oh,
like
totally.
the last
Yeah.
group.
Well, it's almost like we're playing D&D.
Good thing we all have dark vision.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
We all have dark vision.
And Coral kind of like looks at you and says, You guys hurt one of them?
We heard.
You hurt
them.
you hurt
and-
you hurt them?
We
There's a
heard-
trail of blood. I heard trail of blood.
Yes.
There was an attack on a group of,
Sheep.
or a flock of sheep earlier, and we were able to fend off the flock, save one sheep.
I think that blood is a great place to start.
You have any experience tracking coral?
I don't have two. I mean, I feel that a group of heroes such as yourselves, law enforcement officials, detectives even, might have some good tracking experience.
That would be investigation.
I go this way.
Starts walking off to the north. He said west. Turn left. Turn.
Turns east. Hard.
Other west. Other west.
I thought you said west. That's
Look,
west.
if there's pizza in a room, I know about it, okay? I can smell it.
One of my special skills.
I was going to say something. Just follow the trail of the pot. I mean, the
The pots and pans. Yeah, I think it might be time to make this excursion.
Cool.
Okay, so what do you guys? What's your plan of action to start tracking these wolves? How do you want to do it?
go
And
to the
then-
blood, follow the blood into the forest.
Yeah,
Yeah, return back to the
Mhm.
where the sheep were.
The scene of the sheep.
yeah,
herding.
basically, yeah. Say follow Marietta's trail. I would really like to see if, like, you know, like, if we follow the blood trail, if like, actually, you know what? Never mind all of that. That whole train of thought for me was not what I actually want. I want to follow Marietta's blood trail.
Cool. So you guys are up at the.
Before we take off from the inn, I'd like to
Yes.
just resupply if I can grab any rations or an extra torch. I would love to do.
That's a real.
Because apparently the forest gets dark, and there's a darkest part of the forest.
Yeah. Why?
Do you have a torch in
You
your-
guys. You guys swing by Hackberry Station, and you
Get that equipment
But
room that
hang on.
probably got
We got any
unlocked.
+1 weapons?
But also before we leave the bar tavern thing, inn. That's right. It was an inn. Sorry. I want to
Well,
ask
Shepherd's
the keeper, whose name I don't think we got.
Leonora
Leonora?
Slatebeard.
We did get her name.
Yeah.
Slatebeard. Yes.
Literally sat with her for 30 minutes.
You did.
Got him.
Anyway,
They both said it at the same time. That has to be. It makes it true.
Since we're heading out there, is there? You don't happen to know of any magicians who might be for hire, wizards who might be for hire?
No, magicians. We're
Totally forgetting what you like. Like, you know any wizards, mages, whatever we call them in this
Picture my-
world?
Where'd your nose go?
picturing Michael Scott for the musical intro from The Office, just making birds appear on like a stick and flowers. Like that's what they do.
Yeah, but it doesn't tell us about this until we get there. We're like, hey,
We got plenty of magicians, but wizards.
you don't have any wizards who might be for hire.
Look, the
The ship is organizing a kid's birthday party.
Continue.
it was Matthew's birthday the next day.
And now there will not be a magician.
And
Stone pun.
and she says the only mage here who really protected the village was Alexi, and haven't seen him in months, 3 months.
All right, was worth asking. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Carry on.
And to the station.
Okay, so you guys get up to the scene of the crime.
The scene of the
Scene of
crime
the
or the
sheepery.
station?
Oh, sorry. You go to the station, and you guys walk in, grab some torches out of the torch room.
There's just like different
Yeah, but-
styles of torches.
Yeah,
Like,
just like what are you guys trying to get something specific?
I mean, I'm willing to look for if there's any better weapons than what I have.
You like
yeah, if we're treating it like that, I would like to exchange my short sword
for what?
for a
Vorpal short sword.
no for an Yikla.
Change your Yikla for a short sword.
No, I'm not giving up my Yip.
I'm just
Yeah,
making it.
no, yeah. So you guys go back to the station. You grab some new rations.
Any more healing
Yeah,
potions?
I'd like to grab a couple more rations. I would also like to grab another bedroll because I gave mine to the
Yeah.
statue
Oh, we
of
all
Matthew.
did. We all.
Yeah, so you guys can go in and like replenish your like basic crap that you guys have. It
Mhm.
like
Do we
your
need to take a? None of us are damaged, right?
Don't suppose there's like a wand of fireball anywhere nearby. Okay.
None of us need like to recoup any hit points, right? Are we all?
Yeah, I think we all got it.
I don't know.
Are you damaged? You got bit. You got bit.
I mean, are we?
No, I didn't.
We're not considering any of this a short rest in some way.
I mean,
I mean,
if you say you want to take a short rest, it'll be a short rest because you have to like expend hit dice and
What
stuff.
time of day is it?
It's probably in the after. So you guys kind of spent all night. You guys came up in the morning. So it's probably like sometime in the afternoon now.
Okay.
You guys been working the streets all day.
All right. I'm okay leaving town to go into the woods if it is currently daylight. But if it's like, sun's about to set, go into the spooky woods at night.
Yeah, can we just call it a long rest then? Are we sensitive? Are we time sensitive?
I wouldn't say we're overly time sensitive. I mean, the croppers would probably like.
how
it to be
about how about a
time
short
sensitive
rest,
issue.
not a long rest?
But why do we need a rest?
Well, some of us have damage.
I don't.
Why do you have? Oh,
I got bit.
How much
sorry.
damage?
Not much.
I was just saying I didn't take any damage. Why'd you?
He's like, you should just get good and not get bit.
I know, right?
Are you the only one who was damaged?
Yeah, I guess so. Fuck it. All right, let's
Throw
just
him one of
go.
those health potions. Let's get on the road.
No, how much damage?
Oh,
4. I'll use 4 points of my lay on hands. You're good.
done.
Let's keep going.
Where do you touch him?
Oh, gingerly on the cheek.
To the blood.
Feel better, Buttercup.
5 health.
Right.
4.
To the trail of blood.
Okay, so you guys go on the trail of blood.
Also, leave a note for the captain. Be like, "We're taking care of the wolf situation. Thanks for the heads up. It's been 3 months."
You guys are new cops. So this is
It's called hazing.
he's got the more advanced detectives on the case. Maybe they were with that group of guys.
The mob? Yeah, detectives go join the mob. It'll be fine.
They got him working in shifts.
We go in the cave. There's just the lead wolf sitting there. You come to me. No. Mark got it.
Okay, why don't you guys make a Susrana
Yes.
since this is your gig.
You're smelling along our way.
Yep. Why don't you make a survival check?
Oh.
Oh shit! I'm actually trained in survival. I will assist.
What does that mean?
A survival check? Yeah, add a +1 to her survival.
And
Ooh.
Can I do it
I'll give you advantage because this was a wolf with 1 point of damage and was bleeding profusely.
I hit my phone. Does that count?
Yes.
What is it?
It was a roll. It was lower. It's fine.
It wasn't a 1.
That's great.
Well,
And
Gonna put this back here. There.
yeah, and so you lead the party off, and you guys are following.
It's raining out there.
Oh yeah, it's raining hard. It's almost.
Yeah. We don't know if you guys can hear it, but
If we cut
it
out,
is- it
I
is
feel like
loud.
if
Stay
we're
dry
quiet for a
wherever you
second,
are.
they will hear.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Everybody.
It's loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's raining outside, almost like a noir. Maybe survival check that.
open the door.
I think it starts raining.
There was a storm last time.
Yeah.
This storm.
Yeah,
storm
it-
movement.
It starts raining as you guys are trying to track this wolf, and as you guys are kind of going, it starts washing away the blood. So you guys kind of lose the trail, and you're getting wet, and it sucks. So, and you guys are kind of walking, and Why doesn't somebody roll me?
Wait.
So
You always do that. You always just fucking somebody roll.
100,000.
I typed the whole sentence on the way across the keyboard.
It's just you're in it.
why don't
Roll what?
somebody that's not Susrana roll a animal handling to see if they know like
Good.
wolves habits.
17.
That's a sick dice though. I love it.
It's from a Magic the Gathering tournament. It's pink.
Yeah, I know. It's sick. 17?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So you know that you know the habits of wolves. And wolves will usually, especially when they're injured with their tail between their legs, go straight back. They're not going to try and take anyone off the scent. And that is what you know. So there.
Is that what we see?
Yeah. So basically, from what you saw, the wolf was going in a straight line somewhere, and the trail has now been washed away.
We should continue on this direction.
We continue on in that direction.
And
Roger that.
as you guys, somebody, let's see, okay, Mac, why don't you roll me a perception check, Mac?
Sure.
Oh, I hate you. I should have rolled it.
Fuck you. 21.
Yeah, so 21, you see a piece of bloody rope that looks pretty familiar. That is entangling that has been caught on a string with bones tied to it as part of like a noisemaker. That's kind of like a tripwire.
Hey, is that Lampier's rope? Also, this kind of looks like a tripwire. So it sounds like they might know how to set up this kind of stuff, and we should keep an eye out for it.
I walk up to it and like grab one end with all the bones and stuff on it.
This is like a live tripwire.
Oh, it's a live tripwire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're going to touch a live tripwire.
It's not a bomb, right?
You're going to trip a tripwire.
Can you just please hear me out?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. I will hear out what you were trying to do.
Okay.
I prep thaumaturgy and scream.
We're out here.
I just want to make sure that I have what I think I have.
You don't have spell.
I don't.
I really don't.
I miss spells.
Because thieves' tools you can use to like disarm a trap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're
That
going to disarm the trap.
yes.
Okay, got it.
So,
Perfect.
but I'm doing it explicitly not with my thieves' tools.
Yeah.
To start, I'm grabbing the live tripwire and like just cutting part of it with the dagger, and then I'm going to try and use my. I'm taking a real risk here. Just give me the fucking.
Roll sleight of hand,
He's describing how he is.
and make sure that you're rolling it with a proficiency bonus if you don't already have it because you're proficient with thieves' tools.
Okay. What's a real fucking?
Where would the
Piece of shit.
proficiency for the thieves tools be?
You just add your proficiency bonus.
You
Yeah,
use
right?
your proficiency
Yeah. So
bonus?
it's 5. Yeah. So I think it's 3, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
So basically, you would add a sleight of hand plus your proficiency
Right.
bonus
Yeah.
on top of your sleight of hand
Just a
bonus.
9.
Yeah. Total.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think because you saw this, you managed to just cut it and then slowly lower the bones down without making any noise at all.
Is there a way I can collect the remainder of the rope and how much of the rope is left?
It's about like a 2-foot section or so.
Wait, to be clear, are you trying to gather the string that was the tripwire or your rope?
My rope.
Rope. Yeah.
So yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now,
Well,
what I do is I tie it to my short sword to fashion a like swinging rope short sword.
Rope knife.
Rope knife.
We just made a ranged one.
Okay.
It would be a reach weapon.
I'll roll whatever you need me to.
Oh yeah, no, I mean you can do that.
Let's talk about his new stats.
What are your weapon proficiencies? Are you proficient in like what are you proficient in?
Proficient in a short sword because if he's an elf.
Well, but like
Yeah.
are you proficient in
Fucking crossbow, hand,
weird,
longbow,
weird
long sword, rapier, short sword, simple weapons.
Rope is a
Not
pretty
in
simple
improvised
weapon.
weapons. Saying.
yeah, I mean I'll allow it because I'm a yes man.
Okay, well, actually, you know what? No. Let's
After all that?
Let's do it right. I'll do it with the dagger instead.
Okay.
Right? Does that make it easier for you to say? Because it sounds like you're having a hard time saying yes.
Let's do.
That's what I'm trying to appease everybody.
Yeah, let's like do it with a finesse weapon.
Okay.
And in your dagger, that is, and
It's 1d4 right now. My dagger's 1d4.
okay. Why don't you roll me another sleight of hand check to see like how good this weapon is.
Fuck, it's a 7. Man, I'm rolling like shit today.
We'll
sleight of hand plus-
just make it a
No modifier?
I don't have a modifier. Oh,
for sleight of hand. Yeah, we'll just make it a 1d6 damage.
Perfect.
And now it's a cool rope it's a cool dagger on a rope.
Thanks,
that is
man.
basically now just a short sword.
Yeah. But the storytelling is going to be cooler.
So to be clear, Jackie Chan stuff.
This dagger in his inventory has now been permanently modified to be at the end of a rope.
He
and have
could
1d
untie the rope.
And-
6.
until he unties the rope and then it
Or
becomes
until he
dagger.
rolls a 1 and the rope
But
snaps.
the reason I'm asking is
Pulls it
that
right
increases the damage from what that dagger originally was. So
Yes.
that's
Well,
permanent.
until he unties the rope and then
Indefinitely.
Okay.
yeah.
Or rolls a 1.
Yeah,
and it snaps.
or as soon as he rolls a 1, that thing is going somewhere crazy. Like it's gonna like go into one of you guys when he's whirling it around and go backwards. Yeah.
Okay. Can we continue on?
Oh yeah.
Okay, we continue on.
Continue on while looking for traps. Because apparently wolves have found tripwires. What type of bones were on this tripwire?
Oh, yeah, good question.
There was all sorts of small animal bones, fox bones, squirrel bones, maybe some human toe bones.
Those are really small bones.
Yeah.
And human ear bone.
That doesn't exist.
Yes, I do. There's 3 bones in your ear.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Wrecked.
Got him.
I don't like that.
Okay.
They're like,
No, it's freaking me out.
He's like, there's no bones in my ears. I don't feel any bones.
Everything's bendable.
All right.
Anyways, stop. Oh, are you looking it up right now?
We're
I'm
learning.
showing him a
This is a
diagram of where
learning
your ear
channel.
bones
All right.
are.
While they're learning, I'm not.
They're like,
They're inside my ear.
Yeah,
They're
they're-
not like the ear.
no, yeah, they're in your.
No, that makes sense. Those are skull bones. Those aren't ear bones.
No, they're in your ear canal. They're not.
Okay,
They're skull
so
bones.
I tie my short sword, my
Yeah.
dagger to my.
So now you're wheeling it around. You're like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
It's a bloody rope tied to a
Hell yeah.
dagger.
Yeah.
So even if you've never seen Land so metal.
Yep, that's the goal.
All right.
Even
Fuck
if I miss, it's gonna spray them with blood and blind them.
Perfect. Yeah, 100%.
I'm just gonna keep suggesting modifiers until you're like, no.
And then they'll implode.
In fact, the blood is magic, so now this weapon is magic.
I'm a yes man, but just know that the consequence of a failed roll goes up the more I say yes to other things. I remember everything.
Oh, that was a 9? That sucks. You explode.
Okay, and you guys successfully track the wolf, that bleeding wolf, through the forest. You guys are hopping over trip lines, and there are a lot of them. These wolves do not want to be found. They are making trip lines.
Wolf's a trip line.
That's a really good.
telling you.
With the thumbs they have?
That's a really good question.
Animagus. Animagi, sorry. Or whatever they are in this world.
And
Shapeshifters.
so
Shapeshifters, yeah.
you come out of the other end of the forest, and from the tree line, you see a clearing and some some rolling kind of foothills start rolling up. That's what you said.
As we get to the edge of the forest, I'd like to use Divine Sense. If there's any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet of us, I know about.
There is no celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you.
All right. Thought that also covered Fae, but that is not something there.
Not true.
I'm going to put that in the mind brain book for next time.
Learn something new.
Okay. And
How long did it take us to get through this forest?
This was about 4 hours. So
It's still daylight.
it's waning. This is probably like,
What season are we in?
I say this is about a 6:30 p.m. on a summer.
Okay.
Okay.
So
We
we
got
got like
like
an hour
3
or two
more
a day. Like
hours.
Summer.
How far away from the equator are we?
Yeah, I was just saying.
What's our longitude and latitude relative?
Relative
Also,
to
what is the
Hackberry.
diameter of the planet world?
Where is the North Pole right now?
You're making jokes, but we're gonna have to have these answers for our world building episode.
That's actually a serious question.
Okay.
Or we could choose not to.
And-
With details.
And so you guys see a cave.
It's a flat world.
It's roughly about a cave, roughly about 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall at its highest point, set into the hill. And you also see a thin plume of smoke coming from a point, past the cave up the hill, about 30 feet back from the cave entrance. And milling around the area are 6 wolves. And there's also a fire in front of the cave.
You fucking asshole! You dick!
What happened? What?
Nothing. Go on.
Sorry. He just ruined 3 minutes of work. Anyways, milling around the area are 6 wolves. Some are sitting around a fire about 5 feet in front of the cave, and some are carrying pieces of wood into the cave. And there's a couple that are tearing a sheep carcass apart. And many of the wolves appear to be wearing strips of brightly colored cloth or other decorations tied around their limbs or their necks. Kind of think how like Zach and Kelsey like decorate Charlie all the time. And it's like,
So they all look like show dogs.
yeah, they've got like bandana type things and stuff, and like
So all these wolves are lazing on the ground, just completely ignoring us, not moving at all when we walk up to them. Sorry.
and so they appear to be wearing just brightly colored cloth or other decorations tied around their limbs or their necks. And there's just real sense of organization to this going on here. These ain't looking like feral wolves.
Is there a sense of organization to the colors? And by that I mean, is there
What's
a
the
small
color
group that
palette?
has one color and most of the people have the other color?
No, they all kind of just like look like they're wearing some type of like flare. So you guys are at the edge of the tree line. You see these wolves surround a fire. Some of them are taking fence post looking things into the cave. There's a thin plume of smoke coming up from behind the cave, about 30 feet back from the entrance. You guys are at the tree line.
Hey.
The fire that's behind, we don't see any wolves up there.
It's
We can't visually see the fire because it's like
so it's like up a hill, and you see a little thin plume of smoke that you can kind of tell is about 30 feet back.
Can you use the throw your the other side of the.
No, but I could make it real loud from where we are right
Real
now. It does not. I can try to use speak with animals again. Try and negotiate with them. If you guys,
E-Gib for that 100 bits. What's up? Thank you, E-Gib.
I just
Welcome.
tried to drink this with the cap on. Just, call myself out. So
No, caps off to you.
Someone clip it.
So dumb. Why do I laugh at these things?
because it's priceless.
Yep.
Okay.
Caps off. Okay.
Caps off.
Do we just want to like pull a lucky
I don't know what that means.
It means just barge in.
And Coral kind of like
No.
looks
Coral's here.
looks
All
at
right.
Oh,
looks at you guys and says, "I just want everybody to remember these things killed 10 good men."
10 good men went missing. We haven't verified if they're alive or dead.
It's true.
Oh,
DJ Jew with 500,
taking up first place.
taking number
Thank you, DJ
one.
Jew.
It's gonna be one of these nights now. We almost got off scot-free.
I know. We're like,
it's a bidding war. So you laugh at caps off, but you draw the line at bidding war. Got him.
Just a little bit.
Let's just go on.
And Coral kind of looks at you and says, "Whatever.
I hold it till Mike gets back.
If it were me, I think we should try and go around, see what's going on with that smoke."
I 100% agree with that guy.
I'm happy to scout, but I think once we do a confrontation, I'm happy to approach.
The lucky method.
No, I'm happy to approach on my own, trying to speak with animals.
I would really like to attempt that at some point.
Because the
if
fact that we
are
have
still alive.
packs of wolves setting traps, wearing garments, setting fires, gathering woods, these are not ordinary wolves.
I think.
But yes, I would love to scout more. Let's back off from the edge of the clearing and I think try and get around to see what that other smoke plume is.
I concur.
I was just. Lucky's not here, so I'm trying to speak on his behalf. But yes, we should go do that. Zach.
Oh,
Lucky. Oh yeah, that's
Romulus has never met him.
Okay, his approach is punch him in the face, and I'm gonna hit them hard.
And charge.
why do we
forward.
have someone like this on the police force?
We don't.
Mark,
Been twisted.
I love you. I love Mark right now.
Carrying on.
Through the fire.
Yeah, but
The
sneaking
other
around.
fire.
So we're gonna sing around the tree line until we're parallel with the fire, which is a term I realize has no meaning whatsoever.
Angles. What do they mean?
When I am parallel to a single point.
I'll say aren't you parallel to everything simultaneously? Like, I'm parallel to that. I'm parallel to that. I'm parallel to that. Wow. Like,
I
sorry.
think that's perpendicular.
We're on the same line, my dude.
No.
From single point to single point, I think they are both parallel and perpendicular.
Ooh. They're.
All right, points can't be perpendicular or parallel to shit.
Anyways, you guys go around the tree line to try and get a better angle on this plume of smoke. And Romulus is probably the person who is the least stealthy of the bunch. Why don't you roll me a stealth check? you giant paladin, you.
I will walk slowly.
I don't walk slowly. I run.
Not a 1, but it's not much better.
It's a 2.
Wait, I get to add my dex and my stealth, which makes it a 2.
Wait, don't you get to re-roll 1s and 2s?
Only on damage.
damage.
Only on damage.
I have a two-handed sword that I know how to use. I'm gonna sneak even better. That would be a 2, good sir.
Oh my god.
Wow. Oh, no, he gave us too much earlier in the game. This is going to be it.
He remembered that I was in heavy armor.
Oh,
wait, hold on.
You're just like
hold on.
clunk, clunk.
I think because I have heavy armor, it actually gives me disadvantage on stealth rolls. Which is a nat 20 on my second roll, but I have to take the lower one,
Yeah.
so it's still a 2.
Yep. you're like, I'm fishing for a crit miss right now.
Gotta do it by the book.
Okay, so I'm gonna bank this one.
Oh, no.
You're gonna bank my nat 20 so I get to use it on my first attack roll?
I'm gonna
No,
bank
he's-
your 2. As you So you guys kind of move away and around the tree line, right? What does your armor look like?
Chainmail. And I have adorned it with red leaves.
You have you have your sword in a back holster kind of a thing?
Yes. Sword on the back holster, crossbow just next to it, and then a couple of javelins on my side.
Great. Love that last part. So as you guys kind of walk out of the clearing, your javelins kind of hang down pretty far, don't they?
No.
And
that'd be a safety hazard.
And Laniver walks over the bone, a tripwire with the bones on it. Mac walks over the tripwire with the bones on it.
Damn, I would like to contest my stealth.
You want to see if you're the one who trips the wire?
Sure, why not?
Wait, I mean, as opposed to you just saying I trip over it.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
he's saying you step over.
Oh yeah, no.
He's saying you avoid.
yeah,
sorry.
no,
I thought you were saying we both tripped it.
Dude,
like,
you
Sorry,
step
we both
over it.
missed
You
that.
step over it with aplomb.
Yeah, I do.
It's wonderful. No noise at all. Susrana gets over it. Romulos tries to step over this thing, and his javelin just nukes this thing. And it just sets off a shaking. It's just like
That's a weird sound to come from some bones.
We all stop.
It's gonna sound more like this.
Here, let's do this. Okay, on 1, 2, 3.
yeah. That's exactly what it sounds like.
We got some
There's
sounds
just
taken
a
up in
Foley
here.
team in the bushes, like shit.
Look,
It's a bunch of wolves chomping
Also-
on glass bottles.
I'm gonna need that clipped, please.
We'll get it bring it.
So, anyways, so you nuke this tripwire, and it sets off the rest of the tripwires going all the way back to the cave. But you are far enough away that the wolves are out of your sight, and nothing immediately happens.
There's a cacophony of bone sounds clattering.
Yeah.
I
Cacophony of clattering.
was gonna say climb a tree, but that seems counterintuitive. To get out of sight.
We're still at the tree line, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
You guys are right at the tree line.
Smart.
You guys are around from the cave entrance. You're basically looking straight at this plume of smoke about 40 feet up the hill, which is about 100 feet from where you're at now.
Regardless of what she does, I scale linear straight to the top. Of
As
that
soon as we go out into the
What's
clearing,
your?
they're gonna be like,
What do you want to give me a roll for that tree scaling?
Sure. Acrobatics.
Yeah.
Cool. 16.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you make it up the tree.
yeah, I'm gonna go up a tree. I'm gonna attempt to go up a tree. Acrobatics.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, I think that you managed to pull yourself up.
Out of sight.
Yeah, you're up the tree. You didn't look as good as Max Sternwood, but you managed to do it.
One.
Okay, Laniver reaches back to his knowledge of rogue training and remembers that one of his favorite lessons was the lessons of distraction. So he grabs his tinderbox and torch, lights a torch on fire, and chucks it basically somewhere else to try and start a fire.
Just don't light the trees that we're in on fire.
And chucks it straight at Max Sternwood.
I'm taking it like a little bit into the forest to try and start a fire.
Perfect.
Far away from wherever we
Yeah, and remember that too that he has baked? I'm just kidding.
No. Why?
Remember that thing I banked earlier?
Why don't you roll? I like this.
Ranged attack.
No, if he likes it, we're fine.
Yeah. Oh,
No, we're gonna get caught on fire.
No,
at some point.
I want you guys to succeed. It is my job
Do you have
tell
the
a
things-
story.
to tell a story.
Do you have the things you need to
Holy
succeed?
team in the bus.
Pretty sure telling a story involves just not succeeding.
Yeah, so just make a ranged attack roll and add your dex.
That was like
24.
Are you dexterous?
Not right now, he isn't.
This is a saving throw?
What about dexterous?
So he throws the torch.
I love it when Nestor narrates his own fails. Let's go. Yeah.
How do you know it's a fail?
Oh, it's a fail.
He said he wants us to succeed. Just tell him the number.
No, it's a 7.
It's a
to be
4.
fair.
It's a 4.
Well,
This is
plus
my-
your dexterity modifier,
this
which
is
is
my
plus
saving
3.
What fucking dexterity are you seeing?
The one right
That's
there.
my save throw. That's why I asked, is it
Oh.
a saving throw?
Shit, my bad.
That's my dexterity modifier. That's a big circle.
It represents
Where
a
I
zero.
come from, circles mean 0.
There's a 0? There's a 1?
I'm not gonna narrate my fail. You give me what you got.
Yeah, so you light up this thing and you throw the torch, probably like, 30 feet away or so.
Yeah.
And you kind of like start like a small like smolder. It just doesn't become like a fully fledged fire,
Yeah.
but I mean, you like burn some grass down there.
Okay. I'm gonna use a bonus action to now scale the tree.
We're not in combat, so you don't need so you can now just
You just
you
climb the
just
tree.
don't need to use a bonus action.
You can just climb the tree.
Okay, I climbed the tree.
I am going to.
Yeah, roll acrobatics.
13.
You very, very, very comically climb this tree.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
He koala bears.
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Climbs it like you imagine Gimli climbing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to light an arrow on fire and do what you tried to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
effort.
Yes.
Is it still raining?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna try to do it anyway. I'm gonna wrap some rope on my arrow, light it on fire, and it like is down, if that's possible. If not, that's
roll
okay.
roll
Yeah,
range
what's,
attack.
what's the max range on your short bow?
Or like 60,
100.
60 or 180.
No, it was like
80.
80.
Max range should be like
Oh, max is
120.
320.
Yeah, I think-
The
320.
range
Yeah.
is 80. The max.
Yeah,
is
just
Just like
fire
high.
at 45 degrees.
Yeah, high draw it from like 20 feet up the tree.
What am I rolling?
You're gonna roll an attack roll with your bow.
Oh, okay. Anything else? 12.
Yeah, I mean, you launch this thing 320 feet. That's a real far away. You see it. You can't really see it land because you're up in the tree. You don't know what happened. It may have started something. It
Well,
may not.
mystery.
Have.
We will find out several turns later.
Yeah, and
When we accidentally burn down the tank.
and Coral kind of like just basically like hit the deck when that happened, and he kind of like looks up and says, "Well, I don't think they're coming, but we definitely made ourselves known."
I'm picturing these wolves just looking at these people, one's throwing a torch.
Yeah.
One's
There's two of us
like-
hiding in the trees, like we think we're hiding. The wolves are all just like, "What are you doing?"
And Coral looks at you guys and says, "Look, I think that we got to check out this smoke quick."
All right. I jump down from the tree because I can do that and be fine.
Feather fall. Oh yeah, the cool ability.
Mhm.
How are you guys getting down from the tree?
I'm staying put.
Okay.
I'm comically rolling myself down the tree when the time comes, but for now I'm staying put.
Okay.
All right, I'll go to the fire.
Y'all
I'll
are-
untangle myself from the trap that my javelin set.
Cool. And you guys are gonna go to the fire.
Yeah.
Cool.
At least the three of us are.
All right.
No, the two of you are.
Coral's coming with us.
Oh, the three of
Bruh.
you. Keep forgetting that person exists.
Stop eating.
Look,
Eat
it's
the
the
cookies,
smaller
eat the
half.
cookies.
Nope,
Stop
it had
eating
3 emeralds.
cookies.
Look, it just fits perfectly.
All right. So you guys go over to the plume of smoke, and it is coming from a hole about 6 inches wide, and you can look down and you can see a fire down in the cave below. And you hear voices coming from the hole.
Voices or
Voices.
voices? What do those voices say?
They. Well, I was trying to think of you. If you went with them. It's just they.
Yeah, we're chilling
They're in the trees.
They
It's
stayed
also
up in the
cool.
tree. Yeah.
Hi, Seraphe.
Fire. And y'all listen in, and you hear 2 voices, one male and one female, and you hear the male voice say, "We need to leave. We need to leave. They know we're here. You heard the bones. They're here. We need to get the pack and leave now. These people, we can't keep doing this forever. I think that we need to just pull up and leave." And you hear the other one say, this is the female, say, "I just think that we don't need to take this anymore. We've stood by for months and months and months and months, and we've just suffered at the hands of these humans. We need to take back what's ours. I think that today we make a stand. Maybe today we go from taking sheep to taking lives. I think that you're just pussyfooting around this, and the only way to get them to listen is to make them listen."
Do we recognize any of the voices?
Do I recognize that voice as Marietta? Because I was talking to a wolf earlier.
Mm-mm. This is-
Cool.
mm-mm. And as these 2 voices kind of drown out, as the things that was speaking kind of walk away from the fire, you hear the female voice just says, "Look at what they did to Marietta. This can't go unpunished." And the 2 things that we're talking are out of earshot.
We couldn't see them.
You can just hear them.
100%.
I really want to just expose myself and go negotiate.
Wishing I had magic.
I'm gonna walk over to them and relay what I heard.
Oh, yeah.
What I heard.
How about that?
Very
Oh.
interesting.
Okay.
Any thoughts?
No.
The way I see it is they've done 3 months of trying to be as non-lethal as possible. And today might be the breaking point. I would like to urge for some diplomacy, and I would like to try and negotiate.
I think that's not a bad idea. And I'm really curious what their situation is, seeing as they seem to think they are very seriously them against the humans right now. Which is
Ask them if they're human.
Yeah, I'd also like to know who was talking in common and also leads wolves.
Were they talking in common or
Common.
Okay.
Common.
Just-
Oh yeah.
What's Coral's input as we reconvene?
Does Laniver have any input on this?
No. My input is to stand quietly by the side and say, I always loved listening to Romulus talk to animals.
He does love that.
It's true. And so Coral kind of looks up and says, "I'm not going to lie. I've lost friends to these things. I'm not so sure that I want to negotiate.
We can't confirm that they're dead. We have no body.
I agree.
In this line of work, I have to be optimistic and assume they're alive until proven otherwise.
All right, detective. You're the detective. Who am I?
Ask Kroll. Did you ever know a Marietta?
He looks at you and says, "Who? No. No."
Sure.
Yeah, look, I roll persuasion. Like, yeah, I mean, no, I had no clue who they were talking about. I just had no idea.
Curious.
All right. Well, if we're gonna send our diplomat
so
in,
you guys are around, basically like around the corner on the tree line,
right?
From the cave entrance where the rest of the wolves were.
So if we're gonna send our diplomat in there, we should probably have a couple of us with as elevated positions as possible with ranged weapons
Get into
available
a
to provide
vantage
you some
point.
kind of support.
Yeah, get into a vantage point if this goes south.
So the tree I'm in is not in view of.
No.
So I would not provide any support. So I relocate 30 degrees to the north such that I am in view
Into the
up into a tree. So
yeah.
Oh.
30 degrees in front of the cave.
Yes.
Like
yes. Such that I am capable of providing support and climb up in the tree.
I will do the same, but I'm gonna stay on the ground.
Okay.
I'm still in the tree, so actually I'm gonna stay with Mac.
No, he's
I
climbing.
relocated.
Oh, you're relocating.
Yeah.
I'm staying in the tree that I'm in.
You're
Okay.
out of view of the front of the cave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we'll tell Coral to
Someone
get into
should
position,
climb-
probably.
Someone should climb to the top of the cave.
But you
I've kind of been rolling like a piece of shit today, so I'm taking all of my turns
No,
very
he's
calmly.
like, I'm not rolling unless I have to right now.
Yeah.
I'm with it. I'll take the top of the cave.
Top of the cave would be in full view. So like you got to be real quiet
Sneakily.
I'm
because
pretty
the
good at
moment
the
you make a
stealth.
sound, they'll be able to see you.
All right. I
You're-
sneak to the top of the cave
All
on
right.
my belly.
Roll me stealth.
Real fucking slow.
Stealth.
Stealth?
That good snap.
Good, 'cause I have
Roll me some of that good
37
stealth.
It's stealth, but also against smell, so that way they cannot.
Smell?
There you go.
What's what?
15.
Yeah, so you manage to belly crawl your way up there, and what you see is all 6 of those wolves are standing at the ready as they are looking panicked because they have heard a bunch of bones go off, the bone alarms. So they are ready to fight.
Wasted
There.
opportunity.
Their ears are perked up. What?
No, save it for next time.
Yep. And so that is what you see. They're basically just kind of like fanned out, just
At the
looking.
entrance.
Yeah, at the entrance, looking, apprehensively, anxiously out into the forest.
Now that everyone's in position, I will take some jerky from my rations and come out of the wood clearing in full view with my hands up holding the jerky. I will cast Speak Animals before leaving the clearing, or before leaving the wood line, so that I may communicate with them and let them know that I'm here. I mean no harm. I would like to heal Marietta if given the opportunity, and I bring food for the sheep that you did not take.
And
Throw the jerky out.
you throw the jerky out, and all 6 of them cock their head at you, and the one in front.
Are they all
Just-
dire wolves, or are some of them regular wolves?
There are the 3 in the back are larger wolves than the 3 in the front, and the one of the smaller wolves in the front just snarls at you and says, Hunter. And they all jump at you. Roll initiative.
Wah, wah, wah.
Mac.
What?
Oh, Initiative.
Sorry, initiative.
13. Yeesh.
Zeus Rana?
16.
Romulus.
12.
Whenever.
18.
What up?
Not rolling like shit no more.
Classic Jinx.
All right.
Yeah, 100%.
So the wolf that snarled at you, Romulus, is going to run up and try and take a bite out of you. Because it don't like you too much.
What?
That is a 16 against your AC.
That will hit.
That is a...
Will this be the day of somebody died?
This will be the day of time.
that is a 9 piercing damage,
Non-magical?
non-magical, and make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. That is going to be 13.
Okay, you are not thrown to the ground, and one of the dire wolves in the back is going to run up and attack you. These wolves rolled really well. I'm just like, there's a lot of wolves in front of you guys. You guys didn't roll bad either.
I'm real happy I have heavy armor mastery, which is reducing all damage I take by 3.
I'm real happy nobody's noticed me yet.
You just kind of sneak away.
That's a crit
just
miss. Let me roll a 1d4 for this dire wolf. So this second dire wolf runs up to you and just totally whiffs it and sprains its ankle for 4 damage.
Oh, which ankle?
Front left. And one of the wolves in front is also going to run up and try and attack you. And because he has an ability called Pack Tactics, he has advantage on an attack roll against a creature with it if at least one of his allies is within 5 feet of you.
I believe that is the case.
It's like sneak attack.
But for wolves.
That is a 16.
That will hit.
I think you have like
This is a
60
dire wolf, correct?
This is a regular wolf.
Okay.
That's 8 piercing damage.
All right.
Make a strength saving throw.
That's going to be 18.
All right, you're good.
You said 6 damage?
That is 9 damage.
9 damage. I did the math already. 6
Yeah,
damage.
exactly. And then the final of the small wolves is going to run up and try and take another bite out of you.
So none of the dire wolves are engaging me? Or did just all the small wolves?
One of the dire wolf engaged and sprained his ankle.
That's right.
And that is a 23 versus your AC.
That will hit.
And that is an 8 damage.
All right.
And make a strength saving throw.
That is 24.
Okay, you're good. You're rolling some good saves, my dude.
On that last hit, I'm going to trigger Hellish Rebuke as my reaction, which is a tiefling ability. So flames will burst out from me, and the creature that damaged me will take 3d10 fire damage.
Riposte!
It can make a dexterity saving throw to reduce the damage by half. Or it's going to take...
What's the save? He rolled a 14.
The save would be 15.
Okay.
So he's going to take full damage, and that is going to be 28 damage.
fucking roast wolf up in here.
And when that happens, I said, I came in peace. When I'll use thaumaturgy to make it 3 times as loud.
Yeah, and you just roast this thing, and it's dead.
Really hoping you were going to be like,
And one of the two dire wolves cries out in anguish as its friend just gets enveloped in flames. And Laniver, you are hearing all of this happen from a distance.
Stuck in the tree. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Do I have to make a roll to climb down from the tree?
I will let you climb down because
Okay.
I'm a benevolent god.
I just jump down from the tree and run in with my crossbow wielded, and I literally shoot the first dire wolf I see.
Okay, so that is the one that is on the ground with the busted ankle. You have advantage.
Ooh. I get advantage.
I could have been bad.
You have advantage.
I mean, but it still could have been bad. 18, 22, okay, or a solid 7. I'll take the 22.
Yeah, that's going to be a hit.
Okay, that's 5.
You have advantage. So that's sneak attack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
and
true.
Sneak attack. Whoa.
You gotta remember sneak attack.
And I'll do sneak attack. 10.
Total?
No, plus my 10 total for the 46. Plus my
5.
5.
So 15 total. Okay.
15 on 5d6.
That's not bad. Yeah, so you hit him for 15 and you feel like a little bit guilty because this like majestic beast is down on his luck with the broken ankle. But yeah, you hit him for 15 damage.
My high school mascot was the wolf pack.
I
I'm 100%.
I believe
I'm
you.
100% serious.
It's a sweet mascot.
Right? Because you're not just one wolf. You're the whole fucking pack. Yeah.
It's totally cheating.
My brother.
Whatever.
That's cheating.
Just saying, it's not a mascot.
Do you have like
that is
7
a pack of
mascots
mascots.
at like sporting events? Or
No, we had one weird looking wolf that
aren't
was
all-
always smiling.
Wouldn't all mascots be plural? Like, you don't have a one-person team, though.
We only have one mascot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you have a mascot, but, like,
So yeah,
you are
my
that. Like, it's not...
my
it's
high
not
school
the New
mascot
England
was the Blue
Patriot.
Devils.
Plural.
Plural.
I guess we were the Huskies. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lions.
Tigers. Any bears,
Bears?
out there?
UC Riverside was the Bears.
Anyways,
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, you shoot this thing for a whopping 15 damage. I already did the damage, and it was right. I think it was 15.
It was 15.
Perfect. And Susrana, you're up.
Right. I'm gonna run over there and shoot the one that just got hurt
Yeah.
with one arrow, and then one of the other ones with another arrow.
Okay.
And obviously use flurry of blows after that because
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah.
so
Obviously.
obvious.
You're shooting. So you're shooting the dire wolf for the first one,
Yes.
and you're shooting. Which are you shooting a wolf or a dire wolf with the second one?
I'll go with the direwolf.
Okay.
Why not?
But why not?
It's
When does
a
Coral go?
23,
Where does Coral go?
That's a good question.
24, first one.
That's a hit.
I forgot about Coral.
And a nat 20 for the second one.
Nat 20.
Go!
Hey! Okay, roll damage for the first one. Let's get some wows in the chat.
First
Natural
one.
20.
6.
Okay, that's 6 damage on the dire wolf.
Second one. 9.
And you get to roll another damage dice for your nat 20.
Okay, so the second one is the
Yeah.
one that. 1.
It's a big one, though.
It's one more damage. than
And
you would have had.
then to the dire wolf, that is the least hurt out of those two.
Yep.
I'm going to use the 1 point to use the flurry of blows. So that's 2 unarmed strikes.
Big one.
It's a big one.
It's a big one. That one did.
10.
That's a miss. A big miss.
19.
That's a big hit.
Okay, 3, and then it has to make a strength saving throw.
That's a critical miss.
Oh, that's a crit miss.
That is a crit
Some
miss.
wows in chat.
Yeah.
Wows and chat! that.
Can I change it to a dexterity saving throw? Because you rolled like it's in the
No.
same. Why? Because
It's the same ability.
action.
She was just calling
Oh.
for.
There's like
Oh.
there's like 3 different things that I can choose in the same ability.
Fine.
Because I want him to fall prone instead of.
Okay, yes.
being
Back.
attack.
Yeah.
It falls so goddamn prone. Fucking flat on the ground.
He becomes 2-dimensional for a split
Yeah.
second.
Okay, that's it.
The fuck?
Oh, you forgot to flip your silent switch?
No, I put it in my pocket and turned it back on.
Oh, yeah. iPhone problems, am I right?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh my god. It was
Okay.
that then that
Is
landed
it my
on
turn?
you.
I do nothing. I watch them all.
No, it is not. It is almost your turn. The last and the dire wolf that just took those blows is going to take a big bite out of Susrana because
The one
she's
that fell on the ground.
it's gonna like basically just try and bite your leg.
Bite your ankles.
And since you're right there, it doesn't need to get up from being prone to do that.
When you attack it next, you'll have advantage.
Oh, I'll have it.
13. That's a 18 against your AC. I think that's a hit.
Fine.
Fine. Fuck. That is a 9. And make a strength saving throw.
Not like this.
Bet you wish you had a
15.
candy dodge.
Which wolf is she near?
She is near, so it's
How close is she to me?
relatively close. Not probably like 10 feet or so.
You get +4 to that roll. He said 10 feet.
Well, I had 15.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's 19.
Yeah, you're good.
And
You
I
don't
took,
get knocked
And I
out.
took 9.
Yes.
I am not very. I don't have very high.
Oh, is someone gonna
stats.
die today? I hope somebody dies.
My max hit points are 38.
All
I heard
right,
you were a benevolent god.
You may have heard that.
Mac, what's up?
Remember that 20 I rolled?
All right. So I'm going to spell out what I'm going to do here, and you're going to tell me if I can actually do this as one action. Which I think I can.
Okay.
You might let me get away with this. All right.
He's gonna
So-
run back to
So I get my ball bearings.
So I grab my backpack, swing it off my shoulder, unzip or unbutton.
Whatever.
Sorry, the top.
Open the backpack.
I open the top of the backpack, and
However, it is fastened.
and
drawstring.
the bag inside of it. I undo the drawstring of the ball bearings bag inside of
Of course
it,
he does.
and I'm standing over the
Over the cage, yeah. So
yeah.
basically, like this is all happening like in front of you. None of the wolves are facing you. They don't even know you're fucking there.
Cool. So I take the backpack and I just dump ball bearings over the edge to the entrance of the cave, and then I toss it behind me, right over the vent from the fire, which you said was 6 by 6 inches. The backpack will completely cover it.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty fucking insane throw. So I'm gonna make you like ball bearings. Yeah, totally. They're down. The wolves don't even see them or hear them or anything.
You just hear the rain of 2,000 ball bearings.
Yeah, it's just like
I really wanted to stretch it by like somehow getting every single one of those ball bearings covered in oil before I dropped it, but I figured that just wasn't going to fly.
A slippery ball bearing actually counteract itself.
I was going to set them on fire.
Double negative. No.
anyways, yeah. Roll,
negative.
roll me acrobatics here to actually it's dexterity because you're throwing something. Roll me acrobatics to huck this fucking backpack over this. You basically have to bullseye a womp rat here. Like
Pretty much, yeah. All right.
If Luke can do it, anyone can.
19.
Yeah, you bullseye a womp rat. yeah. So you throw this backpack just like over your shoulder, and it's just like perfect, just thunk, right over the hole. Perfect seal. No smoke is coming out.
That's all I got.
And you have sealed whatever
The
vent that was letting smoke from that fire in the cave out.
Oh, a thing
Oh,
happened.
Bopa Mojo for that
Thank you
100 bits.
All right,
Thank you. All right, and that third dire wolf is going to run up to Susrana and try and take a bite out.
You know what? It's fine.
Just dodge it.
Oh, yeah, with that uncanny dodge.
That is 14 against your AC.
Nope.
All right, and actually, it has advantage on that because it's right next to one of its friends. Pack tactics, am I right?
Rude.
Does that count if his friend is prone?
The wolf has advantage on an attack roll against a creature if at least one of the wolf's allies is within 5 feet of the creature and the ally isn't incapacitated, which prone is not incapacitated.
Okay.
That is a 16 now.
My armor class is 16.
That is a hit. Always goes towards the hurty one. Ties go to the hurty thing.
Tie goes to the bad stuff.
Yep. That is an 8.
You do a
Are you dead?
Did you do a ball bearing saving throw on that one?
No.
So
They didn't move.
it was in.
They're past the.
They were in front of the ball bearings because you dropped them in front of the cave.
Oh.
But don't worry,
Well, I'm just trying to.
that'll come into play in a
remind you on
second.
that one.
And
It's an easy one. to figure.
make a strength saving throw with plus whatever paladin bullshit you get.
+4.
I don't need it. I got
Yes.
22 without the plus
In the
four.
high number. What did he do?
Oh, just a nice.
You were bending over. He got up to walk away. I thought
It's
it
all
was
fine.
real
Nothing
bad.
matters.
I got a
Oh my god, you're right.
26. I got a 26.
26 saving throw.
Yes.
Yeah, nothing happens. You're good to go.
Can I undo some of the damage? Just kidding.
No.
So strong.
And one of the wolves is going to take another bite out of Romulus.
He's going to try.
Yes.
I'm gonna sit
And
down and
kind
take a
of
long
like
rest in the
while-
middle. Just kidding.
While this is happening,
You didn't do nothing for you.
you see Coral kind of hanging out behind a tree 2 back, and he has a pad of paper, and he is drawing.
I know I didn't like him.
We brought an artist to a wolf fight?
They'll remember us in these caricatures.
Ooh, that's not good. That is an 8 against your AC.
That is not going to hit me.
And then the dire wolf with the sprained ankle is going to try and get up and also make an attack on you.
That would be an attack of opportunity. I've already used my bonus action. Never mind.
That is a nat 20.
No.
I refuse.
We're just waiting for you to be like, so Paladin thing says no.
Is it a spell?
I'm just,
No.
Okay.
He's going to deal some damage to you.
That's actually roguelike level almost 17. One was like, they don't hit you. No. Like, literally it gets to that
That
point
is
where
going to
it's
be
like, no.
14 damage,
All right.
It's like if they roll below it.
and
it's
you're going to
16.
need to make a strength saving throw.
When I get to level 16, I can stop time.
That is going to be a 11.
You as this thing throws its whole body weight against you and takes a giant bite out of you, it knocks you over. You are prone.
All right. I see how it is.
And you haven't made yourself known yet, have you?
I did. I shot my crossbow at the broken ankle.
Oh yeah. Okay. Great. So
Because you're about to be attacked.
yeah, so this wolf is going to run up and try and bite you. It's a small wolf, not a dire wolf.
Neat.
That's another nat 20. Dude, I am on fucking fire. Oh my god.
I'm really fucking soon. I'm gonna ask for you to have a DM dice scam set up.
Roll 3. 20. I'm on fire.
Oh, really that fun? Oh, 20. I'm on fire.
I would
Great.
never do that to you guys. The
No,
dice
no.
don't lie.
As soon as he has a dice cam, then we all have to have dice cams, and that gets real good. There's too many cameras.
Or just one person rolling dice.
What's that?
No.
Yeah, that's really
I'm
boring.
not letting anyone else roll my dice for
Yeah.
me. Random number generator it is.
2.
Not random enough.
8 piercing damage, and roll a strength saving throw.
Okay. Okay, 14, and I'm gonna take half damage.
Yep. And you are all good.
Okay. How much damage did I take?
You took 8 damage. And Laniver, you're up.
8 before or after the half?
Before.
Yeah, okay, good.
You can literally just type in 8 and hit damage, right?
Nobody knows. I know. Nobody else knows it. Don't know.
I'm just saying, I don't think you did enough damage there.
4. I got it cut in half because of
Oh,
can you dodge?
oh,
Come
sorry.
on,
I thought
man.
it was still 8.
Killing me, Smalls.
Bad.
I'm loving this.
Oh, brutal.
That's great.
I haven't been using that.
Sorry, whose turn is it?
What did you do?
It's Laniver's turn.
Oh, it's my turn.
Last game.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Sorry. For some reason, I was looking at Romulus, going, "Dude, hurry up."
To be fair, I'm not actually sure I said it was your turn.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I'm
sorry.
I will concede that I may not have
Because
said
then
that.
you wouldn't be able to
Okay.
use
So
flurry.
I've just
You wouldn't be able to use flurry.
I've just hit the one with the ankle. It attacked Romulus. How far am I from the nearest 2 wolves?
Oh, real close. Like
Oh,
probably within 50. I mean, like you're like out there. You are within 15 feet.
Okay.
Of
Here's
basically
my whole
everybody.
action.
Okay, hit me.
I am going to swing my knife rope,
Yep.
and I'm going to try and throw it to stab one of the wolves. And while that knife is pierced in one of the wolves, I'm going to use the remainder of the rope to tie up another wolf.
With
Okay.
2 feet of rope?
Maybe I'm only tying up 2 of its feet.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
You've just armed the wolf. It now has a dagger.
On a rope.
It grabs it, starts spinning it. You're like, oh.
14.
That is a hit.
Oh my god.
Now.
Take me through it. Take me through it, baby.
And before we complete this action, roll give me a strength check.
Okay.
You're gonna go against a wolf's strength to.
Fuck.
This wolf rolled a 20.
A nat 20?
Did you roll a 1?
No.
Oh.
That would have been real horrible. I rolled a 6. I just think it's bullshit because I don't know that you actually rolled a 20.
Come over here.
No, I'm not.
Come over
I
here.
believe you. I trust you.
What choice do you have?
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. So you stick this thing, and as you try and tie up,
This is where my fucking rope goes.
yeah, as you kind of try and tie up this wolf, it kind of looks at you and says, and this is startling because it's the first time a wolf has ever spoken to you.
But it's not just me that hears it.
And oh yeah,
so
it's speaking in common,
Mhm.
and it says, "Do you think we're stupid? We can read you from here." And it just bites through the rope as you like stick that one and go to like try and do it. You're being obvious.
So the dagger remains.
SVP with the host.
SVP with the host. Thank you, SVP.
Thank you, brother.
Much appreciated. Welcome to it. So what happens to the dagger? Just so I'm aware.
So dagger is still stuck in the belly of one of the wolves.
Okay,
so you need to roll me some damage for that.
Oh, I can roll you damage for the dagger.
Yeah.
Okay, am I rolling it as the rope dagger?
Yeah, roll it as the rope dagger, and it is no longer going to be a rope dagger.
Yeah. I'm getting to all of this. Hold on. Okay, so I rolled a 2 for the damage of the dagger.
Okay.
And then, yeah, my next move was going to be sneak attack and then dash away.
Okay, so roll.
But
roll
I'm not
the-
taking any damage from the
No.
Okay,
No,
That-
no.
that's what I was waiting to.
No, you-
to hear about.
You know, you only take damage when you roll a crit.
Okay. 4, 7, 11
So that's
from sneak attack.
So that's
It's
13.
15 total. Or I'm sorry, 13 total. Thank you.
13 total. Yeah. So you just gut this wolf and just destroy it. You just gut it. Its entrails out.
Okay, and then it says, "What does it say to me? We can read you from here."
So the wolf that
The one I
you
was gonna
didn't,
tie up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it basically like looked at you and said, "Your actions are so predictable, human."
And then Laniver goes, "I'd never felt so predictable in my life."
And that's all for tonight,
All
folks.
right. We'll see you next week.
All right, yeah. So two of the wolves are dead. Susrana, you're up.
Okay, how many do we have? We have the one that just spoke to him.
Yeah, there's the one that just spoke to him. That is the last wolf, and there are still 3 dire wolves.
So the one that spoke to him is just a regular wolf?
Correct.
Well, it's a regular wolf who can talk.
Yeah. I'm gonna go after
Regular sized wolf.
one of the dire wolves.
Yeah, and one of the dire wolves is very hurt already.
How many dire wolves are on me right now?
There
Or
are
who's engaged?
two dire wolves
Okay.
engaged with you right now.
I'm gonna shoot one arrow at each of them,
Okay.
and then go over and Fury of Blows them.
Okay. One of them is still prone. That was the one that's right next to you.
Oh,
So you have an advantage on that one.
okay. I'm gonna shoot one at that one. Can I separate my attacks? Can I shoot one and see how that plays out?
Yeah. Because you basically have 2 attack actions.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna shoot one.
Yep.
At the one next.
And
to
roll
me.
that with advantage.
8, 14, with plus 19.
That is a hit.
Sorry, 20. 8. Is he still alive with 8?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will you claw him. The
Mhm.
second one,
Yicklaw.
which is a nat 20.
Woo! Let's fucking go.
4. Then I get an extra one.
Yep.
5.
It's 9. Okay.
No, 5.
Oh, 5 total. Okay. So 8 plus 5. 12.
Yes. 13.
13. Yeah, that's going to be enough to kill it. How do you draw this up for me?
Prepared. So
Should always be prepared.
thank you.
Girl
Boy
Scout
Scout.
motto.
That's a Boy Scout motto.
I was to say that's not
Also the Girl Scout motto?
No.
No.
It's
Really?
not. It's stupid. Anyway. I'm gonna
large.
shoot him point blank first and then take out the claw
Hmm.
and like grab it by like the top of the head and just do
different language.
like an
Totally.
uppercut through right here.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. And it just drops, and like you're basically like holding its head up with the Yekla.
Yeah.
And then
And then
I'm gonna run over to him and do the Fury of Blows to one of the
to
dire wolves.
to the
by-
one that's at his feet. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is 2 unarmed strikes, which is a 23 for one, and a 5 for the other. If he's on the ground, do I have an advantage?
Oh yeah.
23 and a 22.
Yep.
So that's 6
What did I say?
unarmed strike damage,
There.
and he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
So 6 unarmed
Or
strike.
not dexterity saving throw, sorry, a strength saving throw.
He is making a strength saving throw. That is a 8.
Failed.
Okay.
So you
And he's prone. Or no, he gets to do something that you want.
Yes.
I mean, he doesn't get a reaction until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
Skipped me.
No.
It's been a while. There are a lot of wolves attacking us.
Just saying, there's only one wolf between Nestor and I.
It
Yeah.
hasn't went yet again.
I'd say she's also between Nestor and you. So now there's going to be a wolf that goes,
I'm just gonna trust you.
and then
Remember-
Mac will go.
We've had plenty of interruptions.
I just
and
feel
most
like
of us
everybody
have
else has
one
had
action.
like 2 turns, and I've had 1.
But everyone is, yeah. And no, you're up in 1.
You're up real soon.
Soon.
Soon, trademark.
Okay. And so this direwolf is going to take a bite out of Susrana.
Did I mention that I took a healing potion?
No.
You're near me now.
That is going to be a
We'll see if you get to me in time.
22.
Say that would hit.
12.
Okay.
And make a strength saving throw.
Hold on, let me do the math because
You're still alive. You're fine.
15
Okay,
plus
you're good.
whatever you have.
Yeah, plus another.
All right, Mac, hit me.
All right. First question: Have we had any consequence to my backpack?
Not yet.
Okay. Leave it there.
It's from in combat time. It's been about 11 seconds.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide whether or not to blow the fact that
Don't think
nobody's
they're gonna
noticed I
shoot you
exist
anyway.
right now.
Damn it.
Yes.
It
It's
didn't
like,
break.
Yeah,
No.
so I'm gonna do
arrows
that.
and crossbow.
No, it just says I
So
can expend 1 point to make ranged.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bust out both
So
my
if you reduce the
daggers,
damage
and
to
by
0,
both
have
my
a fail.
daggers, I
Didn't
mean
read
my
that
dagger and
part
my
where I
rapier.
spent-
Yep.
So
Um,
you would catch it. And
And
someone throws a knife at you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like step back a little bit from the edge, pull the 2 out, and just like take a full run and just like
Straight into a direwolf.
right, just like I'm just gonna drop straight down, preferably straight into 2 direwolves.
do I have 2 direwolves that are spaced?
So
enough
wait,
I can pull that off?
so you're trying to like do the like
He's trying to do a 5-star frog splash. but with
I
knives.
want to like drop down straight up like with like 2 blades, 1 into each.
like Wolverine jumping through the air with his claws.
you're doing like a John Claude Van Damme on the Volvo truck, like a
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
between 2 direwolves.
Except that I thought they were a little closer together than that. But yeah,
They're probably an arm span apart. Like, you're
Yeah,
fine.
like they're probably not like direct. Yeah, but I mean,
but they're probably arm span apart, right?
There's 2. I like that visual. I'll allow
I'm gonna
it.
go
Let's
with
do
that.
this.
Okay,
Okay, love it.
So that's
And,
what I do. It's a dagger and a rapier, and of course I do a sneak attack.
Yeah, and you
Of
also
course.
definitely have advantage because these things have no fucking clue you
Also
exist. Yeah, so let's.
And you would have the higher ground.
He,
So wait, also
I have the high ground.
Okay, so roll for whether or not I hit.
Yeah, with advantage.
Okay, it's a good thing that's with advantage. Excellent. 15 plus whatever, anything, nothing. Not on this particular roll. 15.
That is a hit.
Yay!
Are you serious? Like,
Okay, we should take a minute to acknowledge Lucky Lightman's family,
And
very
I wouldn't.
very close
know.
family, is going through something very good right now, and we're wishing them the best. That's what the phone is blowing up about.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yes.
I wasn't looking.
I didn't care.
The wolf's dead.
All right. So I have a dagger and a rapier, so that's 1d4 plus 3 and 1d8 plus 3. So I'm going to do the 1d8 first.
Okay.
It's not that. That's the 8. Cool. So that's 4 plus 3 is 7.
Yep.
Okay. Then 1d4 plus 3 is 2. So that's 5 plus the 7. And then I'm going to roll my 4d6.
Yep.
Yeah, 46. 2. 5 is 7. 10. It's 1. 11. So
All
I'm
right.
adding 11 to that.
Yep.
And that's it, right? Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you come down between these 2 direwolves and like with the impressive display of skill that Mac has not shown before, does like a full bridge on these things. And looks like a Volvo advertisement. Looks really good doing it.
What's a Volvo?
Fantasy Volvo.
What's an advertisement? I'm just kidding.
You don't have any of this
There's
here.
propaganda.
Okay. And you guys start seeing a plume of smoke kind of dribble out from the front of the cave. And you hear a guttural roar as two giant wolves, one with bright red eyes and one with bright blue eyes, wearing leather armor, run out of this cave and make a saving throw to not trip and look stupid on ball bearings.
Please tell me they fall at the stage.
They're so vicious, but also they fall.
It's an 8. Oh, these things are for sure falling. Yeah. So these giant, like 1,000-pound wolves in armor look very fucking deadly. Run out, and
Just to be clear, they're bigger than the dire wolves.
like 2 or 3x
Okay.
bigger. Yes, these are
horses.
Yeah, these are basically horses. Exactly. And they run out and they both just fucking eat it. And they just fall like they're chumps.
Just picturing some like dog fail video where it like somersault.
Hey, Gib.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah,
Gib.
thank you.
Thank you. And
God, I was just drinking water. I'm like, I'm not feeling anything.
Just keep drinking.
There's still time to backfill that with vodka.
Mm.
No, there is.
Mm-mm.
It's gone.
Now it's all vodka.
okay,
Now
and
there's more room for vodka.
Maximum room for vodka.
cool. And these two giant wolves have now joined combat, and they are both prone.
Sorry, how damaged are the wolves I hit?
One of them is looking pretty bad, and the other one is looking a little bit bloodied.
Good.
All right, and Romulus.
You're pretty messed up.
I could, if you want, I can
I'm
also take
gonna-
my health potions.
No. I'm gonna stand up with half of my movement, and I will heal my compatriot here with one action of Cure Wounds,
All right.
which will heal you for 16 health.
Good roll.
Level 2 Cure Wounds.
I'm back in the double digits.
Good to be back. And the last remaining non-dire wolf is actually going to
You attack?
I can get 2 attacks, or I can get 1 spell.
and the last remaining wolf is actually going to disengage. I believe he was engaged with Laniver, who's going to get an attack of opportunity, and that wolf is going to try and run back behind the 2 giant wolves that just came out. So make an attack roll.
I get to decide what the attack of opportunity is. Like
It's-
if I'm using my short sword or
Yeah,
dagger.
yes,
or,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
You just headbutt the wolf as it tries to get away.
you can do that too.
That counts as an unarmed strike,
Yep.
and it's 1.
I'm gonna shoot it with crossbow.
Yeah,
For you, it might be.
that is a hit.
Shit, for him it is too. Oh no, it isn't.
It's 1 plus strength.
2 points.
No modifier with plus.
That's two.
All right.
No, 3. Excuse me, 3.
3.
1d6
Three, got it.
plus 1.
And
Take this, you wolf!
and now it's your actual turn.
Oh, that was my actual-
as this wolf gets shot in the back as it runs behind the two big wolves.
Okay.
The two big wolves that are prone.
Yes.
They're both prone.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
I quickly reload the wrist bow.
Yep.
Yep.
It
Makes its
no,
appearance.
it was a wrist bow.
It's always been a wrist
yeah.
bow.
Hope you haven't used it yet, right?
Every time I shoot the crossbow, I'm shooting it from my wrist bow.
Oh.
That is the crossbow.
Yeah. And I shoot one of the big wolves in the eye.
In the eye! The Hackberry Police Force Special.
Gotta rip it out.
Gotta have the eye on the prize.
And then you want your arrow back.
No, yeah. I attempt to shoot it in the eye.
Okay.
And I miss.
Which one were you shooting? The one with the red eyes or the one with the blue eyes?
The one with the
So
red
yeah.
eyes.
Do you have advantage though?
You do have advantage.
Oh, I do have
because they're
advantage?
prone, yes.
Fuck.
What?
Carry on.
Oh, fuck, I hit.
Are you upset that
23.
one of them has red eyes and one?
No,
of
I
them
just
has
figured
blue
out
eyes?
what the red and blue mean.
The red pill and the blue pill.
23.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Would you shout down from wherever you are?
He already jumped down.
So in one fucking motion, I just let that launch. And I hit it for 6 plus sneak attack. Since
Yeah,
I
you
have
have
advantage.
advantage.
Oh, yeah, you have advantage. Oh, yeah.
Okay. $16 total.
Okay, 16 to the one with the red eyes, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm doing damage to the right one. Okay, and the giant wolf with the blue eyes stands up from being prone and looks at gives everybody a once over and says, "We don't have to fight. This isn't helping anybody right now. Everybody. Can we talk?"
If Romulus says, "That's what I
No,
say."
everybody said
Okay.
common. It's common.
Yeah.
I'm happy to call a truce to negotiate.
Everyone agree?
Yeah, totally. Come on, man, let's talk.
Laniver, like fresh from the crossbow, leaving his wrist, goes, "I'll never remember regret as much as I remember letting that crossbow fly into its eye." And then he like sits back.
And the wolf with red eyes hasn't spoken yet, but is just staring dagger at you. It's not daggers because it's only got one eye.
Right.
And the wolf says, "We have some explaining to do. My name is Bolt, and about 3 months ago, a man wandered in here, the sorcerer Alexei Merrickson, trespassing on our land, and there was a fight, and our memories are hazy, but we all remember a flash of light. When we awoke, Alexei, we call him the Lightbringer, was gone. But we found our minds working faster than before. And almost instantly, they found that we were able to think and talk and do things. And as he's talking, the wolf with red eyes just looks at you and says, "Bolt, this is pointless. Get out of the way." And Bolt says, Flame, we need to talk. We need to talk to these people. We can do this. We can make peace. And Flame just looks at you, and Bolt kind of walks in between. And Flame says, I'll never be able to make peace with these people. And shoots you with fiery breath. So
Just everyone? Or?
so she is going to be shooting Bolt, 2 of the wolves, and Laniver. And you will be making a dexterity saving throw.
Before, well, no, do your thing.
That's going to be a fail. And you're going to be taking 2.
How close is Laniver to me?
It's 15 feet away.
All right, never mind. 10 feet's the magic number.
And so everyone is going to be taking 9 damage.
Everyone?
So I take
Well, from
5.
Mhm.
Laniver and the 3 wolves.
Yeah. Wolf's taking 9. And one of the wolves just gets roasted. This is a bunch of wolves getting barbecued today. It's not the first one.
That was some wolf-on-wolf violence right there.
Yeah, and
Yeah, but a wolf that can breathe fire is pretty impressive.
There's something up.
and Bolt, as this happened, Bolt tries to get in the way between the flame and Laniver, but he doesn't manage to block it, and he kind of interjects back and says, "Flame, we need to stop this madness. I'm sorry. Can you forgive us? Will you listen to me? I think that you can understand where she's coming from. You just shot an arrow in her eye."
Oh, well.
Well, that would be directed at Laniver,
Mhm.
but Bolt, I am with you. I still think we can create a peaceful solution.
I think that you're right. So let me quickly finish this story before Flame gets any other ideas. The pack we've been using, so we almost instantly, as the Lightbringer gave us his gift, we found that we were able to talk, and our memories were filled with strange images, and information just appeared in our dreams. Information of the town, information of the goods in the town, and what we can do with them. And the pack has been using its newfound abilities to boost its quality of life. We have living spaces. We have tools. We herd sheep. But the pups won't risk starvation in the winter thanks to their when we have our sheep, and so our pups won't starve. While our elderly won't have to be left behind when no longer able to hunt. The person who owned this cave previously was an owl bear. We drove it off easily. It had been plaguing the woods for years. I don't care for the people of Hackberry, as they've been killing us for these past few months. But I do think that the slaughter is meaningless. And I think that we can come to an agreement.
Well, they're only attacking you because you're attacking them. Well, more importantly, they're stealing their sheep. So maybe if they had a better understanding of what was going on here, maybe you stop stealing their sheep, they might stop attacking you.
I think that
As I'm saying this, I go kick the backpack off.
You already jumped down, man.
Oh shit, I did. Never mind.
I gotta go take care of something.
Just hang on.
I gotta go check a chimney.
And
I do scramble up there though, even if it doesn't take me a few turns.
and he says, "Look, we can come to an agreement. How about we everyone from Hackberry stays out of the woods. Nobody comes in. The woods are ours. But in return, we'll keep all the nasty predators out of the woods and out of the west side of Hackberry. You guys can go anywhere else, but the woods are ours."
What happened to all the people who came in here?
People come in, people attack us. We're defending our territory. I'm sure that you can understand.
Absolutely. We
Totally
were
makes
attacked
sense.
earlier by your own. We defended ourselves. It was our last resort. But I have a better idea. Our tradesmen are worried about the dangerous roads and what we use to export. Come with us closer to town. We'll establish a safe den for you. Now that you are sentient and can communicate, help protect our caravans. In exchange, we will give you a supply of supplies such as leather, and so you can dress yourselves, and sheep so you can feed yourselves. We'll take care of your tribe, and you can become members of our city.
That sounds like a promise that you can't keep. You do not speak for the town.
I don't,
And
but I will happily negotiate for this.
But you know who does? Who happens to be with us and we totally forgot about?
Oh, Coral!
That was his name.
and Coral kind of like sidles up, just like inch stepping with like his crossbow out, like just like doesn't know what the fuck to make of this
Damn
decision.
bow down.
Look, I mean, like, we have the shot. Why should we not take it?
Because these are sentient creatures looking for a peaceful negotiation. There is no reason to continue the violence. These creatures are just as local as you are.
Roll persuasion. He's pretty riled up.
11.
All right, and he takes a shot at Bolt.
I use.
Do I have the option of jumping in the way?
I was just say, I use whatever. I'm sure I have one of these things, and I jump in front of the arrow.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
Bishop actually has a reaction that can do that.
I do. I just don't know what it's called.
No,
that-
you have a bonus action to move?
I mean, we're not in combat anymore.
We'll look
are we?
under reaction.
I mean, he's firing
Like
arrows. so-
mid-combat.
Yeah,
Then
this
that
is
counts.
this is like combat suspended.
Yeah,
Then
you
I dash in front of the arrow there, using cunning action
dash into the line of fire.
into the line of fire. That's right.
Okay, this is a 19 against your AC.
Against my AC,
Yep,
it hits.
that's 5 damage.
Cool. Okay with that.
And Flame looks at you, Romulus, and everyone else in the party, and says, "I can negotiate with reasonable people. Some people are just not reasonable." And he takes a deep breath and shoots a lightning bolt straight out of his mouth, right at
Bolt does or
Coral.
Flame does?
Bolt does.
Oh.
Bye, Coral.
He launches his bolt at Coral. Nobody moves. Bye, Coral. Goodbye, Penny.
Yeah, and that's 17 damage to Coral, as he kind of just like, he's not dead, but he just kind of lays on the ground because he just got electrocuted by a big bolt of lightning.
Yeah.
And Bolt looks at you guys and says, "Look, we're not going to go back to the town. We can't risk it. The history between Hackberry and us is just too long and storied. What I can offer you, though, is safe passes for your caravans. They'll never see us, but they will not be raided in this forest as long as they stay on the path.
No more taking of sheep.
No more taking of sheep as long as no one comes in the forest. If anyone comes in the forest off the path, consider it ours.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
He says. Yeah, it sounds reasonable.
You, Eladrin. You are an Eladrin, right? I was like, ooh, brain. Do I have your agreement?
Sorry.
The camera zooms in really close
Too close.
to Landover's face,
It's like, dunk.
but not that close.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd be negotiating with a beast. But here I was, death on my doorstep. I knew he could kill me if he tried. But I knew the deal was the right thing. That's all he says.
That's how he says yes.
Still working on it.
Coral, what do you say about it?
I'm just gonna go ahead. Oh yeah, he's paralyzed. Never mind.
Yeah.
Coral. All right. What are you gonna do?
No.
Kills people. Cool.
And
Sorry.
This is my life.
This is what we have to deal with.
Did to myself.
oh my
Like-
god. Well, they're dead to the world. So
But Coral.
this is getting clipped. I'm going to make sure that you never live this down.
Coral.
So, as all this is said, Flame just looks at everybody just in spite and says, "Then I am no longer a part of this pack," and turns to walk away up the hill.
And I yell after him, Flame, wait. Don't you want to help us hunt down Alexi?
Flame says, "I want no part with anyone who makes deals such as this. I'm better off without you."
You're lost.
She walks straight up to you. Yes, you. Looks you straight in the face and says, as like steam like breeze out of her nose, like right in your face.
I had glasses on and be like,
Yeah.
fogging me
And
up.
says, "Excuse me?"
I'm just saying, wouldn't you want to get a little bit of revenge on the guy who did this to you?
He says, "Revenge? We have thoughts, we have tools. Why would we want revenge?
But those
This
thoughts,
was a gift."
Those thoughts, that gift has put you in conflict with the humans. Much more so than you were before.
It was a gift from Woodbury, and now you are
We've
Hackberry.
always been in conflict with the humans. And she turns and walks away.
Then perhaps the gift is our ability to negotiate an end to the
She
conflict.
turns around and sprays you with fire.
All right.
That is. Sorry, yeah. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 19 plus 6.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
So that is 14 damage, but halved because you. So that's 7. 7 damage. And as you're, you're singed, she says, Are you done?
Yeah, we good.
And then she looks at everyone else and says, "Is he always like this?"
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead.
As I wince.
No, she just looks at you, shakes her head, spits on the ground in front of Bolt, and says, "You're weak," and turns and walks away up the hill and past, all the way to the west, the opposite direction of Hackberry.
Make a marble saving throw first.
Well, she has a hot temper now, doesn't she?
No, she walked around the marbles,
That's fair.
up the hill,
She learned her lesson.
That would have ruined the moment anyway.
and
When it was really awkward, she like went, yeah. Like went around.
yeah, it was a little awkward. And Bolt looks at you guys and says, "So we have a deal?"
Yeah. Flame is also safe as long as she sticks to the agreement. She's heading the opposite direction of town, so I don't think it'll be too much of an issue. But we will let people know that a red-eyed wolf the size of a horse might be the exception.
With leather armor.
With leather armor.
Yeah. And he says, "If she returns, we'll deal with her permanently."
Alrighty then. We're gonna go.
Yeah, and then he says, "All right, I think you have a deal to honor."
Absolutely.
Nods back towards Hackberry.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. I'm like, cool. So I'm gonna, and I just scramble up and grab my backpack.
Yeah, he understands that up until about like 5 minutes ago, you guys were in a pretty heated battle. So it's like,
I'll offer the wolf any healing for his compatriots as a sign of good faith.
one of the dire wolves is very, very injured.
I will give the wolf.
I'll give him a regular healing potion as well.
Uh,
You don't use all of it.
I don't know if they'll be able to. I'm not going to use all of it. I'll give the wolf 10 points of healing.
Okay. Yeah, so it's still looking bloody, but it's much better than it was.
I'll also leave the jerky from the rations that I had offered up, so that way they have some food that's not the lamb that they took, and so they have to do a little less hunting.
I mean, Flame kind of looks at it and says, "Old jerky. You make chicken parm now, dude. We got all those pots."
God.
That's where all the pots
Well,
were.
here is another one for you. The one that I stole.
He takes it and says, "I will accept this gift on good faith.
And
Thank you, everybody, for stopping this age-old conflict between the wolves and Hackberry."
You are welcome.
And
Oh, yeah?
it's one of those, huh?
It's dusk. We're
Yeah.
sleepy. Thank you very
and
much.
you guys are cold. It has been raining. You're wet, and
We've been investigating. There might be a fire in that woods. So like we gotta
oh, yeah, there might be 2 fires.
Yeah, somewhere there's a flaming arrow that is
Yeah.
just like tearing apart some form of landscape.
And so,
Town
so
gardener's
you
just
guys
like-
roll back into and so you guys roll back to Hackberry. I assume one of you guys just like shoulder carries Coral back.
always tie her up around and we drag him.
Yeah,
We can
Round
carry
big toe,
him.
drag him.
and so you guys are back and you guys are back at the station, and Deputy Harrington says, "So you guys solved that? You guys solved our little wolf problem or what?"
In a roundabout way.
The wolves will no longer be an issue.
As long as we stick to the path.
State of the roads, they will not engage with any of our trades. The woods are still dangerous and hunting ground for the wolves. We will talk with Father Merrickson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Father Merrickson about the whereabouts of his son, as well as Tillis as well as Tillis, about the official agreement, but Coral, as a witness, can testify that the wolves will no longer cause any damage to the city. They will no longer take any sheep, and they will stay off of any paths that we use for trade.
Except for the rogue red wolf.
There is a rogue red wolf in leather armor with bright eyes the size of a horse that has gone west of the forest. Should not be a problem.
If it is, they'll take care of him.
We have protection from the wolves who have gained sentience from the disappearance of Alexi, Father Merrickson's son.
A lot has
You're
happened.
going to need to roll. I think you're going to need to roll a persuasion on this.
All of us?
No, just Romulus.
20 non-natural.
Okay. Fuck. All right.
Sounds about right.
He's like,
All right.
well,
seems reasonable.
it sounds like this is a cause for celebration, don't you think? We just solved the town's troubles. What do you guys say? Laniver, why don't you come into this other room and get me some and come grab the beers?
Harrington was still a schmuck, but I liked beer.
All right. And as Laniver and Harrington walk over into the kitchen area, you guys hear this incredible rumble. It's like
Why did I put my D20 away?
you just hear this incredible rumble coming from the other room. What do you do?
Oh, which other room? The kitchen that they went to?
The kitchen that they went
I
to.
run into the kitchen.
Also head into the kitchen.
I'm staying put.
Weapon drawn.
A set of aging stairs covered in ivy greets you.
Oh, God damn it.
Green and yellow stone pillars line the stairs, walking all the way down as far as you can see. All of you crumple as you hear voices in the distance, two voices. The twins of Hackberry welcome you. Save us. And that's it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so we're going to be back next week for the final episode of Trouble at Hackberry Station, the twins of Hackberry. And we are going to have a guest DM.
That's right.
I wonder who that is.
It's not who you, it's not, it's actually not Nestor. So Zach is going to be the guest DM for next week to wrap up our interlude mini-series. So that means the week after next, Twisted Mithril is fucking back.
Whoa!
That deserves a wow.
Yep.
Get some miles in there.
And so we've got a lot of work to do while we're getting ready for Twisted Mithril Season 2. We've done a lot. We still have a lot more to do. Thanks, everyone, for sticking with us while we go through our mini-series, Trouble at Hackberry Station. I just want to give a credit. So this episode that we've done was largely adapted by an adventure written by I had it here, written by the Winghorn Press, called The Wolves of Welton. They make really awesome adventures. This was the second one that we played for. We also did the Wild Sheep Chase last month. So they make a lot of adventures. They're all free on their website at winghornpress.com, or you can find them at winghornpress@gmail.com. So thank you everyone so much for watching. I'm Zep, and we have Bishop, Nestor, Delin, and Mark. What's going on in the next couple days, Nestor?
So, join us Thursday for more Kingdom Hearts 3 playthrough with myself and Delin for Adventures in Platformers Night. Join us Saturday for Sub Saturdays, hosted by myself and Sunset's Brew. Join us Sunday for Couch Co-op Team Stream Sundays, your two-player extraordinaire hosts. Well, Brew and Pylos.
Yeah, of course.
And then join us the following Monday for Retro Night, hosted by JB2K6. This week it's just JB2K6.
Yep, this week it'll just be me.
Okay.
I'm going to finish up GoldenEye.
Excellent. And then back again Tuesday with episode 3 of the Trouble at Hackberry Station, the Twins of Hackberry.
With our guest DM, Zach Lugers. And we may also have some some guest players.
We may also have some guest players.
We're trying to brew up something cool, something special for the final episode of this one shot. It's gonna be super exciting, and I hope that everyone is gonna be there. So I'm gonna drop everyone into a raid.
Excellent.
It's a little more Dungeons and Dragons, in case you haven't had enough. I know I haven't. But until then, we are Torpid Gaming. We do 3 things all the time. It's have fun, get immersed, and we do epic shit. Thanks, everybody. We will see you next time.